recorded on this day, February 13th,
Oh, God.
a Wednesday.
Yeah, but I'm Kyle Oliver.
I'm Justin Bell.
And I'm Matt Carter.
And we're here today discussing the OCG and all that entails.
Riding a steamroller. Roll over those bumps.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, something we haven't talked about before, and something we really hint at, mention,
we always
about,
talk about it
in like segues, but we haven't dedicated a lot of time to it.
I mean, it'll be good for. I know a lot of people don't know about it
because they're way over there. We're right here.
Mm-hmm.
But we refer to it as if you know, but maybe you don't, and then we'll go even deeper into it, I'm sure.
Yeah. So before we get started in that, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's Yu-Gi-Oh-ness going? Everybody doing all right? Justin, you're moving.
Yeah.
But not away. Very far away.
Not as far away as I thought.
That's nice.
At first I thought I was going to be moving. I live in Mukilteo.
Which means good camping ground.
Is that what the word really means?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Now you know.
They don't know what these places are. Tell them the distance.
I
said they don't know.
Mukilteo, Washington, a coastal community right next to the Pacific Ocean. It's roughly, I don't know, it's tiny.
To the ocean.
It's tiny.
Is it next to the ocean?
Yeah,
Pacific. It's next to Puget Sound.
Next to Puget Sound.
Yeah, the Puget Sound.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is attached to the ocean.
We have a little inlet.
But how far, minute-wise, did you move?
I moved about 10 to 15 minutes away from where I usually move.
So he didn't move very far. Okay. But he's moving.
Yep. It sucks a lot moving.
It does. Now you're not right next to the card shop.
Nope.
Have you been doing any Yu-Gi-Oh things?
Yugioh.
Pretty much just Prophecy Turbo.
Oh, Prophecy Turbo. Oh,
No one
that
hates
deck.
the deck.
It's so boring
It's not boring.
to play against.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
It's like we were saying before, it's like super one-dimensional.
Yeah, I don't want to play against
So, I mean, I don't want to invest into, my deck to face it because it's not worth it. Nobody's running it but you.
Mm-hmm.
And, but then it's just like a blowout when things happen, right? And it's just no fun.
Mm-hmm. Better fortress. Faster.
Better, faster.
They built the priest.
Why didn't I think of that before? You just draw until you get it. So simple.
Draw more than you can possibly imagine or control.
And for everything else, there's Trag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goal is simple. Confuse and disorient the enemy by drawing so many cards until
They feel like they don't have hope.
Yeah.
They lose hope so fast.
Yeah. It leaves the enemy... no.
Because we've ingrained, I haven't, but people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Have ingrained into your minds already that card advantage is everything.
Mm-hmm.
When it isn't, but
It is.
they make you think it is.
It is.
And now when you're playing Prophecy, you feel like you've lost control of the game because you've lost the card advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you're flawed.
They're doing so many things more than me.
And they have so many more cards than you.
Mm-hmm.
All those cards.
But
They're good.
so few options.
Kyle seems to think that prophecies don't have options. They have plenty of options.
They're all the problem is you don't have any answers.
The
I can summon high
present-
priestess 1, 2, or 3 times.
Yeah.
And then your options present themselves basically at all times. Your options never change. They
But you always have the
either
same.
they just either increase or decrease, but they're always going to be a variation of the same.
It's just
It's
like
never
summon
gonna
high
be like-
priestess, destroy.
Exactly.
Or
My
power.
opponent did something that gave me this really unique opportunity to do this. No, my opponent summoned a monster. I either play power or I summon high priestess.
It doesn't it pretty honestly doesn't care.
Burns, the truth burns.
The deck doesn't care at all what it's playing against. Not at all.
Yeah.
It's Dark Worlds again.
No, it's so much.
Its deck style is completely void of the opponent's deck.
So anyways, let's talk about other stuff that I'm doing.
Oh.
But I'm nursing this plant deck. It's growing.
No.
What? What's wrong with that?
You're nursing a plant deck that's growing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm growing a garden too. Nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's growing.
Yeah.
You said that so lovingly. It was just, so funny.
It started off with an idea. The Evil Throne was a good card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that you could maybe build a deck with it in there and have options. And then I did an experiment where I was like, I want to have the most options in the deck ever. So I put in like Debris Dragon, Tour Guide, a bunch of like chainable disruptive traps and spells. So I'd have like so many options, I couldn't stand it. And that was interesting, but I felt like it didn't have like the power because like in order to get stuff in the graveyard, I used Light Thorns, and I don't know about Light Thorns. Like until I can find a way to like fit solar recharges in there, I don't think it's gonna like do what I want it to do, which is mill everything. So I have options immediately from turn 1 instead of having to set it up.
That's one thing that I've just been realizing with decks that aren't tier 1 decks. Is you have to be able to drop your entire hand all at once if necessary. Like just like drop everything on the board.
You have to have some kind of Deus Ex Machina system.
Yeah, that's what I'll talk about that when it becomes my turn.
That's why I wanted to build Chaos Dragon.
So
yeah,
the plants are evolving.
Plants are growing.
The plants are growing.
They've taken root in your mind.
Maybe depending on the ban list, might help or hurt them.
Yeah. We have a proposed fake one up here right now. We might show it to you.
Yeah,
tell it to you. Yeah, we get to news. There's lots of good news actually right now.
Good news, everyone.
Not good news as in like it's good.
Quality
news. Like imagine if there was like news channels. They got that news that you want to listen to, and it might not be good. Like 20 people murdered. That's great news.
It's great news. It's factual, so you know it's quality. Quality people.
It's seductive news.
Quality people were murdered.
It is seductive news. It's not good news because not good things happen, but it's quality news.
Oh man, what a tangent.
The presentation.
Anyways.
Really good.
Anyways.
So,
just those 3 decks, and
and windups. Third.
Oh,
is that
windups are omnipotent. They're always around.
Okay, maybe.
What?
Are they gonna die?
I'm actually.
I don't think they're not gonna die.
It's like okay.
There's no way they're gonna like obliterate them.
Oh, there's so many things I could say right now about that, but I think of windups as like a really, really tall tree that's like grown. Like I got the deck when it like first came out. It was like a sapling, and it was going places. It was doing things. But to go over.
Unlike this discussion.
Oh man,
it has to go over its peak.
No, I mean
all the good decks have.
No, that's not where I was going with that.
It's going down.
Like, no, that's like it's grown. It's Matt, just let me finish my thought.
Okay.
It's really grown a lot.
The dirt. Brown down.
Oh man, you are sapping my will to finish this analogy. Anyways,
finish it, please.
For both of our sakes, I hope I can. So the tree is really, really. The tree has grown to about as much as it can, and then I think of the new ban list that's coming up as it's like the tree is being pruned. Like, it's cutting off old growth, so I can find, like, new things to do with it.
No, they already reached that phase. They were pruned last one. They were pruned when they had the FDK, the hand destruction loop. So people, this format, they learned the real plays. They were pruned because they had too much. And now they're at their peak of playability because they've learned all the best stuff, but they have no backup. And now they're going to go down and be sub-tier 1 with all the other good decks for, like, an eternity. They're going to go down with, like, heroes.
No.
Go down with the samurais. They'll be down there for an eternity.
I will never be on
and
the
then
same
we'll start
level
cheering for them. Oh, yeah, you're a wind-up player. Nice.
Oh, you're not, like, it's one of those decks like, man, wind-ups suck. Like, you run wind-ups, like, why aren't you running mermails or fire fists?
I will run wind-ups till the end of time.
See, like, Matt will run Lightsworn something.
Same with prophecies.
He'll run Chaos something.
Yeah.
Till the end of time. Actually, that's not true. They banned Chaos Sorcerer and BLS. He won't.
Oh man, sure. One more thought. It was so satisfying seeing like all these random people at our locals and Seth pick up prophecies, playing for a little bit, now they're dropping them for some reason. I don't know why they're dropping them.
Well, the reason Seth's dropping them is because he's invested in his other decks, and High Priestess is like $100.
Yeah, but he already has them.
I know. So I mean, he should get rid of them because they're $100.
Oh, he's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, because he doesn't really play the deck. He doesn't, and I don't think he enjoys that kind of deck. He doesn't enjoy anything that doesn't have no traps
that make him win.
Yeah. He does. And that deck doesn't make him win. And I don't think he likes, which is kind of good for us, like, he doesn't like decks that just play with themselves.
That's fair.
He likes to get it like done quick.
Mm-hmm.
Set it. He likes to have plays during your opponent's
He
turn.
likes to tell you that you can't do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to control you.
Hence counter fairies. And his $45 Manifold misses. Oh my God. Okay.
And really old, not anymore samurai deck.
I think he just has that. Well, that's like inexpensive. But
Yeah, I mean, he had it.
Well, that's
What?
a say no deck. It's a permission deck. He likes permission decks.
Mm-hmm.
If that were that's the technical term.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So
With
those
the
are the
exception
decks.
of mermails, I guess. I don't know why he got that. That was so random.
He likes to name a best makeout.
Bitch Gigolo. Moving along.
Oh gosh, it's finally over.
It's finally over. But no, I think that's what I think windups will do. They'll be. I bet people will enginize them eventually.
No,
So, like
it's
have small
impossible.
engines with windups.
I've
in them.
tried. Oh, how small?
Well, you haven't tried. Because
No,
you
because
still
you-
want to
why?
run a wind-up deck.
You want to run it all. You're not. You can't take out things you feel are unnecessary because you
Oh.
feel like you need it all.
Wait a minute. Plant windups. That could work.
Plant ups.
Are there any plant wind-up monsters?
No.
Hmm.
Well, when I say plants, I mean plant synchro, which is not that many plants.
Fair enough.
The way it would work is rat and rabbit is really good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If they're gonna enginize it, you do like rat and rabbit. That's a good.
You just think of rat as like a better debris dragon.
Different
A
debris dragon.
potentially recurable debris dragon if you bring back rat and rabbit and remove him from play.
You can run Tenki. Why not?
Like in windups as they are now, I don't think Tinky is that good. But windups in the future who actually want
Rabbit will become like their core almost because
Yeah.
it's like the most broken card in the deck. So
That's when Tinky will be good, when you want to search rabbit and you
and
have
boost
plays.
its attack.
Yeah, you have plays that you want to do with it.
But that'll be the future of that. I assume. I'll move on to myself. Frolic Ninjas is really cool. Snipe Hunter is really good in that deck, by the way.
You tried it out?
Yeah, Snipe Hunter is really good. I knew it was going to be good, and then it was really good. Like, I played, like, what was it? Seth was playing his Lavels and his Mermails, and it's just like, yeah, Snipe Hunter. I'm like, ooh. As soon as they, like, they dropped the field, I'm like, oh gosh, Snipe Hunter, discard 3.
Clean things up.
It's
like, the basic combo, you go, Snipe Hunter, discard Leo, add Aberconway. Discard Aberconway. Aberconway's effect, add back Leo, and it's just like, discard all your cards to destroy everything. You're just like rolling dice. You're like, get out of here.
That's nice.
Wait a minute. Stardust can't negate.
No, I can't.
Nope.
Uh,
Shoots and ladders.
Bang, bang, bang. But that was really nice. I put it at like 2 in there, and I put it in a Summoner Monk.
Oh man, Snipe Hunter on demand.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. Got the calls too to bring it back whenever.
Oh, cool.
And it's all 4, so it's got that synergy.
Yeah.
4 is a good number. The only thing, like, it made me want to make the Snipe Hunter deck, where I would like run something that boosts its attack like permanently, or something like Scrap Iron.
Mystic Plasma Zone.
Yeah, or Mystic Plasma. I thought of that. I want to run Gates of the Dark World more though. But what I wanted to do was run like the Heraldic Beasts, but only as a like discard engine and shell. There's monks
Things
with
that
triple
maintain
Snipe Hunter.
extra cards in your hand.
Yeah, they just give me cards, and I blow everything up.
Good.
Good.
Sounds like the Rabbit Folk deck, but with Snipe Hunter.
Good, yeah.
No, Snipe Hunter and Prophecies with the graveyard-centric prophecies.
Okay.
You won't be saying my cards in my hand are useless when I start dropping them.
No, go ahead, draw
Do you
your
want to
Snipe
discard
Hunter.
them?
Go
Yeah.
ahead and draw your
If
Snipe
you have
Hunter.
like Fool and Reaper, then they want
Just attack over it. I mean, you want to run 3? You're going to draw 2.
Draw 2.
You have to be okay drawing 2 Snipe Hunter. Oh, but you can always discard 1. That's funny. But you can't do anything once they're gone. It's just not worth
The
it.
idea will be when they do be fleshed out.
It's something.
It's weird, but we
But
shall see.
we'll see. What else? In Heroes, I was talking about translating my hand into the field advantage as fast as possible. So I edited my deck because it was getting really obnoxious. And I get into the situation, or like I had mentioned before, too much alias.
Oh, yes.
So I decided, like, how few could I possibly run? And I added in a bunch of cards that just immediately turned my hand advantage into field advantage. So I got a Thrasher. I thought about running one more Thrasher. That really quickly translates into a field advantage.
You cut down on 2 alias, 1.
I'm running 4 hero monsters.
And you drew...
I drew all 4 of them on my third duel. Not my third duel deck. My first duel of the night, I drew all 4, and I was just like... It didn't matter, though, because I had built the deck to immediately translate all the advantage. I did.
BLS was your
and it didn't matter. Yeah. But because it was getting tiresome, like decks like Mermails, I played like Seth's Laval deck a bunch. Where they're just like, oh, just like one turn they just present all this stuff. And if you have a too slow paced deck, you can't, like, I can't go alias set 3 against that. It doesn't work. It's too slow. And especially, this is like a problem people are just mentioning about the format with triple MST and Heavy Storm. You can't bet on traps unless you're running a buttload. If I'm running a buttload, I don't have any combo potential in the deck because I have to take out all the combos to run enough traps. So essentially, I only have all these chainable traps in the deck, so it's not defensive at all. So I changed it to translate the advantage immediately. So I added like an instant fusion. The heroes are at 4, so that I don't. The heroes always take the longest. That's the problem. The heroes take the longest to do things. So if there's only 4, I just don't do things. I just destroy their traps with Stratos. Because that's all he's meant for now. His goal is to do that, essentially.
Yeah, that's really funny, yeah.
I was skeptical at first. I was like, 2 E-calls, Rhoda, and 4 heroes. I was like, I don't know, that's not a lot of targets. But no, it's totally fine. And Gemini Spark and Hero Bus are so slow. Like, it usually, because of how quick everything is, they usually present their problem first. And then it ends up being me like, summon alias, set Spark, and that's really bad. It's like the worst ever. It's only good when they're setting a bunch. It punishes other people for being passive.
Spark is best in your hand where they can't see it.
Yeah. And so, what was it? I put it in Trag and Maxi. Tragodia translates advantage really fast. Maxi gives me Trag faster.
Good. You jumped on that train, the Trag Maxi train. Screw Valor.
I wasn't running Valor to begin with, but there's just nothing worth Valoring in that with my hero deck.
I dislike Valor with Trag.
Oh, it's unbelievable. 3 Miracle Fusions with 4 heroes, it so works. It's the dumbest thing.
That's funny.
Because they're, like, it can be immediately be found.
Yeah, they're immediately everywhere. The way it just works out really nicely, because the deck is, like, way faster now that I changed it. Built on OTKing if there's a free open field, or just debilitating them to where I'll win in the next turn. I realized I was playing Mermails and I was like, this deck doesn't work good enough against Mermails. So I changed it so that it would like work really well. Essentially, I want to be able to summon a Shockmaster like on demand if I have to, even if it costs me 3 cards, because that'll get me out. I'm like, okay, I see that he's about to do this, and his next turn I have to stop him. There's no amount of traps you can set to like stop them, unless you have like this Pipe Dream hand. It's like, oh yes, double warning, skill drain. I was like, yes, like I got it. Like, yes, I'm the best.
I can finally get out of this.
Double warning, skill drain, Maxi, I'm the best. It's just like, yeah, no, that doesn't happen. So I have to either get that Shockmaster out as fast as possible, and then just that's what I realized, that experience against Mermails is really, really valuable. The more you know how that deck works, the easier it is to beat.
Yeah.
And it kind of steamrolls people who have no idea what they're doing.
Yes, it does. I can't win. Well, I beat Mermails with my prophecy deck. That's funny. But every other time I face Mermails, I got it.
Yeah, you have to know, like, when you see them doing things, before they've done doing things, you have to know what they're doing next. Like, and then one thing that I learned against them is never trust, like, a hand above 4 cards if they haven't gone off yet.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Never, ever. Like,
they could have anything.
Like, they appear to be playing like they have a bad hand, because it's hard to tell, but no, they never trust that.
They slow play, they know what you're playing now, and so they're just waiting.
They just wait. A lot of times, like, you can get them caught in this scenario where they get the torrential face down and they kind of bet on you going.
Oh, yes.
It's really easy to get them trapped in that because they just think it's going to work. That's what I feel like a lot of people play.
We all know what you have face down, Spear and Torrential.
Yeah, it's like Spear and Torrential face down. It's like you feel like it gives you this feeling like you don't want to, and you'll get like a huge amount of advantage if there's no Torrential if you do your play. But you always like lose because they have the Torrential. So you just like assume it's there if they set 2.
Yeah.
You just have to know what to bait. Like, you were watching me play that one where I was like, okay, I'll revive the Prisma with Monster Reborn. You're like, why would you revive Prisma? And I was like, some Stratos. It's like, as soon as I did that play, if they had Torrential, they have to do it there. And then it reveals the Spear because they have to activate it at that moment. Mm-hmm. So, like, it reveals everything by doing that play. You just didn't know what they're doing.
And then you draw BLS on it like a jerk.
Yeah, so they can respond, lose all their cards, and I can draw BLS. Or they can not respond, and I can summon Xyz and do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the weird things.
It was very nice.
And My Stroke is like the best against that deck. My Stroke and
What about
mains.
this Dweller?
Dweller is poop.
Poop?
It's too bad that card ended up being poop.
Why is it poop?
Too slow. And there's attack over it. Poop. It needed to have like 2,500 attack.
Dang it.
To be reasonable. Just not worth it. No. Shockmaster or My Stroke. Those are the only 4s I ever make against that deck. Or Corn. Corn to kill Lind.
Oh, that was a jerk move he did. Corn killed in at the very end.
When he was like, I was like, I can do Papal Operative and flip his face down in attack mode, or I can just summon a Shockmaster and call monsters. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, yes, he's only out his guy. But now that's what I learned about that deck. What else? I thought about maining Mind Crush too, because it just feels worth it almost.
I know.
Just to steamroll those like 2 or 3 decks, I just want to main Mind Crush so I can just win.
Mind Crush was pretty fantastic. I love me some Mind Crush.
But then I feel like I've already given up on. I've made my matchup worse against the decks that heroes are usually good against by changing it. Like, it's not that my deck will probably be pretty bad against Macro Rabbit.
I think Mind Crush is almost better in the side because they won't see it coming. There's really no way that they can anticipate it. Depending on what you're running, it's either a fantastic side or it's good main deck. Like for me, running something that looks like Lightsworn, something that looks like Chaos Dragons, adding more traps is like, what are they doing?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I just feel like if people play my deck, they won't really know what's going on in the first place. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really sure what they're actually going to do if we go into game 2. Mm. So it's like, I'm running heroes, right? And then I'm not setting anything. And then I summoned a Chaos Sorcerer. It's just like, should I be siding Macro? Mm. Should I be siding Spell and Trap? Hey, he didn't set anything. Like, I don't know what they're actually going to do if I go to like a big tournament with that deck. Mm. But that's all I got to say.
Cool. What have I been doing? I have a lot of random ideas. I want to play with the Hazy Flame archetype. I want to make an Agent deck based on Hyperion, and then I want to make a Dark World deck, possibly using Loki and Garbage Lord and Garbage Ogre.
Garbage.
Oh, what about Garbage Eyes Trash Dragon?
Garbage Eyes Trash Dragon?
Yeah, no, that's an actual card.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We should look it up right now.
I bet it's not real. I bet it was in like the manga or something.
Garbage. Or maybe it's...
You're going to be so unhappy if it's fake.
It's fake. We all know it is.
No, it isn't.
Garbage Eyes Fat Dragon.
Oh.
It's on Pojo.
What is this, a joke?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's fake. It's not real yet. And it probably won't be real.
Well, for those of you who must know now...
Well, this is so bad. It's garbage.
Yeah. 2 level 8s. It's a rank 8 machine. Earth.
3,000 attack, 2,500 defense.
So it's a blue eyes. And if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, it gains this effect. This card gains 1,000 attack for each Xyz material.
Xyz material attached to it. So I guess if you Xyz Reborn it has 4,000. Why not? Yes. That's about it.
Garbage Eyes. Fat Dragon.
Thanks for that, Justin.
You're welcome.
So the card was fake.
It was fake.
Fake? It's
the monster is real, Justin. The card does not exist. The card was a lie.
Continue along your train of thought.
Oh, man. So, Hazy Flames and Basilatris, only 2 monsters in the game have the effect that Basilatris has. ELS and Basilatris. And I think...
Such a good effect.
I think I need to use that.
It was worth it.
I think I need to make that happen.
Make a deck that uses Sphinx and summons anything. Sphinx is the best one.
Yeah. Yes and no.
And who else? Cerberus?
Cerberus,
is really good, too.
and then the Fire Cyber Dragon, the one that just special summons itself.
I hate that one.
You hate the Fire Cyber Dragon?
It's good because it just summons Basilotrice immediately,
Yes.
but that's it. It is so bad other than that.
What? Who cares?
Not
It's so bad other than that it summons Basilotrice really, really fast.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Why not just do Sphinx?
Sphinx doesn't do it all the time.
Make sure it does it all the time.
Now we're talking about pipe dreams.
But it's so good, that one. It's the best one, though.
It is not ninja-able, which is what I think holds it back.
I guess that's true. But I don't want to ninja into the other one.
You don't?
To the Cyber Dragon?
No, you don't ninja into the Cyber Dragon.
Exactly. I was like, I don't...
You ninja into Cerberus.
Oh, yeah.
Or you Fire Dog into Cerberus.
But
or
you Cerberus into
Cerberus.
Sphinx. That's like what you're adding with Cerberus is Sphinx.
Yeah, you can do
'Cause
that.
it's the best.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Then how
But
are you going to summon it?
What?
How are you going to
Just
summon
normal summon with the pillar or the flame.
it? Oh,
Dang.
so much.
You have to. You're doing that, of
Glory.
course, because those are both really good.
They are.
Glory.
Hazy Glory.
All glory to the
So yeah, I haven't actually thought about what I'm going to do with that archetype until I get the cards, because that seems like a deck that I need to actually touch, as opposed to
like
playing with DN or
what I would do with that deck.
Yugioh Pro.
Let's go trap heavy beyond reason. I've seen the one that tries to do it like really quick,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't very scary.
You mean Tyler?
Yeah. I mean, he did it the best I could think of doing it with the speed version.
So what did he do?
He didn't run ninjas, but it didn't really matter.
No.
He tried to, like, pretty much go really fast into Sphinx, get Sphinx, and, what's the, Pertius? Or whatever?
You mean Perdion?
Perdion, yeah.
Is it the one that tributes itself and
Yeah.
then a monster from your... And then the fire or...
Tributes
a hazy
itself
flame
and sends a
monster
fire
your
from your
hand?
hand of the graveyard.
Okay, the special summon
And he was
2...
running Shell.
Special summon 2 heraldic beasts.
Hazy Beast.
Haze beasts, right.
Yeah.
Hazy beasts.
Hazy
flame.
flames.
Ah!
And so he was doing that as fast as he could with a fairly good amount of spells and traps with, like, lances,
Mm-hmm.
KT Darkhold. And he just summoned Basilotrice all the time. It just didn't matter because Basilotrice doesn't protect itself.
It does not.
And then I was thinking, like, Sphinx is really good. It's just free pluses, essentially. And Beast Warrior and a Beast with Cerberus. So I was like, I would just run Cerberus and Sphinx and just run, like, Horn of the Phantom Beast and Traps beyond reason.
Mm.
And Ninjas because they're good.
Traps
You get you Cerberus.
beyond all reason.
So yeah, Hazy Flame Cerberus is a monster that when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I think it might have to be on the field, you can add a Hazy card from your deck to your hand. And then Sphinx is when you can activate its effect and then...
Send the top card of your deck.
You have to call it first
Yeah.
if it's a monster, spell, or trap. And if you called it right, you can summon any fire monster
from your hand or graveyard.
hand or graveyard, yep. Any level, whatever you want. You can only activate its effect once per turn.
Yeah, but you don't get, like, punished for failing. I mean, milling a trap is like, oh, darn.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, who cares?
Who cares?
You didn't, like, you just built a trap. You didn't lose any cards. You get a chance to go plus for no reason.
Yeah. So I want to do that, and then I want to do an agent deck because Hyperion is like the next other Deus Ex Machina monster, along with Christia that I haven't done anything with.
You
I
haven't
kind of-
used them.
I haven't used those guys, so I want to go there and then see what's doable.
You could try Christia Dragons. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Christia Dragon.
Try to do the, like, Pulsar, like, kind of milling pinpoint with fairies in your deck.
Yeah, I really, really hate Venus.
Don't run Venus.
I probably won't. 'Cause it
Venus
doesn't-
is love-hate.
Venus
me.
is love-hate, because it
It's
means
so
you
good.
obviously have to run the Shine Balls.
Yeah.
But you have to normal summon Venus, and then normal summoning Venus and summoning Shine Balls, and then summoning Gotchi or Phoenix doesn't actually do anything for anyone.
It's really good, though.
I remember when that was a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I said that before I dismantled this field.
Mm.
But I don't feel like it's that good anymore.
It's still really good.
It sets up for Christia, and it sets up for Hyperion.
Sends your deck beyond reason, and it's just a 2,000 beater that sets up a problem that they have to invest
But I
more
mean,
than one card to
It
get rid
adds
of.
an element of not goodness to your deck.
Of inconsistency, yeah, of course.
Mm.
I mean, but you gonna tell me you shouldn't run Sabersaurus because it makes your deck inconsistent?
Sabersaurus is a 1900 attack monster.
Venus is a 2,000 attack monster.
Shine balls are 500 attacks.
Yeah, but you're running ways to mitigate it. Specifically just Harley
Cards in the Sky.
Not that.
You're running that.
And you can summon it out of your hand.
What?
That's the card that's been missing from your build.
What?
Cards from the Sky.
No.
Yes.
But no, they run enemy
White
controller
elephant
creature
gift.
swap.
That's what
I couldn't believe you did that.
Why not?
I was like, he summoned 2 Shine Balls with Venus, and then White Elephant gifts one. I'm like, okay.
Why?
Why not?
Now you have a
Lot of
Venus and a
green.
Shine Ball.
You were only running 2.
No, I was running
You
3.
can only summon 2 because he milled 1, I think.
Oh, milling.
The
Milling
i-
with agents is no more.
The idea that I was
It's just not
using
noble.
was Valhalla to special summon Venus, to summon the Shine Balls, to White Elephant gift 1 into the graveyard, to draw 2 cards, to summon Junk Synchron to bring it back. into
Oh.
Synchro.
I think that happened like once.
It's cute. You can just run Birdman.
Birdman.
Good.
Return Shine
That
Ball,
does
special
not
Shine
give,
Ball.
that does not give me extra stuff.
But
Oh
you
yeah,
don't draw a card. It does the same end result,
you use
less
Junk Synchron.
inconsistent.
that's true.
Junk
Uh,
Stank
It's not searchable. That's why I chose. Junk
It is
Synchron.
searchable, but
It is.
yeah.
How?
Girgagan, haha.
Okay.
Sangan, and what is it? That stupid level 1 spellcaster. Argenix something?
Oracle.
No, Oracle's really good too.
Talking about fast searching.
It's really fast searching. Genix Neutron and
Genix
the level
Neutron?
1 that... Genix Neutron is really slow. But
Hmm.
it's level 1 when it's normal summon, add a level 3 Genix from your deck to your hand.
Scrap searcher.
Argenix
Oracle?
Power Planner?
Power Planner.
Power Planner.
Genix
Oh,
Power
I love
Planner.
Power Planner though.
Power Planner.
It's a light spellcaster. You can almost do a like spell book get Genix deck because there's a lot of spellcasters at Genix, which is really funny.
Apprentice Magician. Light and Dark.
Oracle, Birdman, what Power Planner is light.
That's good.
There's this. I was planning. I was gonna try to do something because there's this one that I really liked. It's level 4 and it's Wind Machine. When it's summoned, you add a level 1 Genix from your deck to your hand, which can add Oracle and special summon it, or add Power Plant on, so you can normal summon it. And it's a level 4 Wind, which matters.
Oh yes.
And it was a machine, so that meant you could bring it back with Argenix Axle, so you could revive level 4 Wind monsters with Axle, which is really good. Lots of good.
And with that, we move to the news.
Yeah.
Oh.
News.
Yeah. Okay. What was it? There's something about news that wasn't the one I wrote right here that we mentioned earlier.
Ban list.
Ban list, that's what it is. It's right here. There was a couple. It's ban list season, by the way. So there's lots of fake, maybe real ban lists floating around. There's one that we thought was,
Approvable.
yeah, this is pretty real looking / feeling. So we'll mention it and we'll talk about it a little bit, and then move on to some other news.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got some pictures of the magazine because the V-Jump should be out by now. But I'm never sure about it because it seems like everybody's posting pictures of it, but there isn't real pictures of it, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
But so we'll go into it. Banned. They have the Gateway of the Six and Ultimate Offering.
Banned.
Yeah, Limited, Rescue Rabbit, Deep Sea Diva, Tour Guide from the Underworld, Wind Up Factory, Drag Down to the Grave, Solemn Morning, and Yugioh Guardian. Then semi-limited, we got Chaos Sorcerer, Wind Up Magician, Plague Spreader, Lone Fire, Blossom, MST, Tenki, Book of Moon, and Shien. Then no longer limited, Clute, Lumina, Tsukiyomi, Scapegoat, and Smoke Signal. Everything just seemed super legit, that's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Only one I thought was not legit, but I can justify it anyway. Which was the Tenki. It has the too soon factor.
Mm-hmm.
Too soon.
Because, like, we just got it. We haven't even had a tournament for it yet. That's big. It's like in the next few days, isn't it?
OCG.
Miami, right?
I could check, but I will check.
It's everywhere in the OCG.
We'll check after this. But, so, banned, Gateway the Six. We don't even need to talk about it. We just didn't know if it was ever going to happen or not, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Why would they?
They touched on the other list that everyone's saying.
Because everybody doesn't like it. He's talking about One Day of Peace. The players don't like this card, but it doesn't really mean anything to Konami.
Mm-hmm.
If the decks aren't topping, then it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's relatively new to the scene, isn't it?
So what does it say? Photon Shockwave?
Well, I mean, not that card. I mean, the deck that uses it.
There's lots of decks that use it.
Yugioh Shriek.
Every FTK, OTK deck in the game. How about that?
Oh.
Oh. But, and then there's Ultimate Offering, another card that's just like, it could get banned whenever, we just don't know when. So both of those are just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Not like we didn't expect those to happen
Completely
eventually.
Understand Ultimate Offering.
What prompted Gateway?
The fact that it's really, 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 really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like factory good, where it really needs to rely on other cards to be good.
Gateway taking the knee to factory.
No, I mean, like, and I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
This is better than factory.
This is like the bajillion. This card, it was so good that when you drew it, you won the game.
Yeah.
I don't think people opened Gateway and lost. I don't think I've seen that.
Really?
Maybe some bads.
Yeah, and if you have, you blocked it out. Like,
Maybe you're a baddie. That's what I saw. Some like 5-year-old open Gateway, and then he summons like came on, and then I'm like, oh.
No.
But Ultimate Offering, really dumb. You win as soon as you draw it again. 2 cards that you win as soon as you draw it. It's not the same as some of the ridiculous 1 cards, where it's like, you don't immediately win by drawing limited removal. You have to set it up. Ultimate Offering, you pretty much win no matter what. Gateway, you win
especially
no
the
matter
decks
what.
you're running it in.
Yeah, like
You're
they
going
only
to
can
get
be run
whatever
in
you
those
want.
decks.
Yeah.
Gadgets for Ultimate Offering.
Mm-hmm.
Summon 3 Gear Gigants, 2 Fortress. Why not?
Yes, very good.
And then have some extra cards to spare.
Oh, yeah. Extra cards on the side. You drew on the way there.
But Limited Rescue Rabbit, I feel like that's too soon, but it's not like I don't understand it as well.
Rescue Rabbit at 1 basically hurts all of the decks that hurt Konami making money.
Yeah. I feel like it's an OCG problem. It's not a TCG problem at all, in my opinion, for Rescue Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
It's an OCG problem.
Everybody is running those normal Beast Warriors. Everybody's running the Burrs stuff. Some Chidori, some Fire Fists.
You can just run it, and it pretty much was... And at the same time, it's also like hampering their ability to create new cards. So like they make a new Xyz. Well, if it's rank 4... If it's rank 4 or lower, essentially the first thought is Rabbit can make this.
Mm-hmm.
And if it can ever make it in any optimal way, it just becomes a deck, and it's just really annoying. So they can't make new cards. I think that's the same reason for Tour Guide at 1. Like, they can't make new rank 3s if Tour Guide exists. It's pretty much true. Like, it can't be good, or Tour Guide will make it.
That's not a problem.
Well, they can't be a good rank 3 then. So, like, they're not allowed to make cards because this card exists.
I think that's different because there are decks that can, like Windups can make rank 3s, kind of just bop. And yes, Tour Guide can be fit in technically any deck and make that rank 3. But comparatively to
Rabbit, it's different.
Which can make exclusive rank 4s and rank 3s
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just like, what?
Well, and the Tour Guide became different because it's more powerful. It's not like inconsistent as Rabbit. And there were specific decks that were using it way too good. But
that's true.
I'm sad to see that one.
I thought sad.
I was expecting 2 forever kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
I would have dealt with Windups, Tour Guiding, and Zenmighty and starting their stuff. I would have dealt with that so I could have 2 Tour Guides.
Yeah, that's fine with me. But the Diva, kind of a thing that everybody is predicting.
Mm-hmm.
Diva to 1.
It's old.
It's old and it's not new. Mm-hmm. And it's a card in the deck.
She sung her last song.
What else? Wine Factory to 1. That card's not good. Drag Down. Everybody pretty much hates this card, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, please the fans at least at some point.
Oh, thank you.
Solemn Warning to 1. I'm pretty sure everybody hates this card.
I hate it when people have 2. I'm fine with people having 1 and then them, stopping me and then me
you never bet on them
stuff.
having 2.
You don't want them to have 2 because there's nothing you can do.
1 is a safe place forever. It's a kind of like a forever spot that Warning should be at.
It's a forever Solemn Judgment.
Yeah, it's better than Judgment most of the time, so. Because normal summoning is an integral part of the game, so we can't just have people just negating them willy-nilly.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you gotta save your Warning, which is good. That's why I wanted MST at 1, to make sure that you saved it for things that mattered.
Mm.
That's what it's... But when it's at 3, you're just like, oh, MST. And then, so you can't set anything. That's the problem, is you can't set anything.
Tobacco. Great.
But Goya Guardian, I was pretty confident after I heard the news that we'll talk about after this that Yugioh is coming back, but I can't say for sure. Synchro-supported things make a lot of sense with the news.
Oh, it makes so much sense.
Oh, I don't know the news.
And the Yugioh, we've talked about this a lot over the past week or 2 weeks.
It's gotten so much weaker now.
And the problem with Yugioh was that you could take any synchro monster, because at the time Yugioh was popular, it had pretty much the highest attack of any synchro monster.
But now you can take their Zen mains, take their Lagia, and bring it back to defense mode.
Take their Strike Bouncer.
There's cards that don't make a difference.
You bring it back and then it doesn't do anything.
So taking all the decks that just run XZs, I mean, you can just crap on people who are running synchros.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a counter to that at the same time.
Which is why I kind of wanted to start running hazy flames, I don't know, because they can put Xyz material on things.
Yeah.
And I was like, if Yugioh steals stuff, then I can start running hazy flame to just put Xyz material on their monsters.
And also there's not...
Which is
what's a
not
deck
going
right
to
now
work,
that can summon Yugioh?
Mermails.
Can it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
And it's a waste of time almost.
They are the people that can do it, and then Fire Fists. No, they can't.
When they summon it, okay, so when Mermail summon it, they're foregoing Gungar and Duloran for it. So that's why it's, and then, I don't know, they already have a beat stick that.
The return of Plant Synchro. Triumphant return.
They don't really summon it, so, they can, but it's really awkward. It's like, once again, you forego drawing a bajillion cards and Plant Synchro to summon Yugioh.
Yugioh was a problem when Stardust was a problem.
The triumphant return of zombies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, zombies.
And then one last thing, the one problem that I've had with Yugioh since this discussion began is that its attack is just too high.
I still have that problem. Its attack is too high. It pretty much nullifies Gaia.
It really does, yeah. That's great. Oh, that's good. That extra 200 attack means a lot.
So it breaks the boss barrier. That's the problem. It attacks over every boss monster.
Steel.
Attack over Hyperion. It's almost like it answers all those decks they don't like people to have.
That's funny.
So it's like it's a reverse answer.
It eliminates boss monsters.
So they're like, oh, they don't have gates. Attack Grapha, take. And it's like, now you have the Grapha. And they're like, oh my gosh. And they're like,
Grapha hostage.
Summon Hyperion. Yugioh.
Grapha hostage.
Agents can summon it.
Agents can summon it.
It's a nice asset for them.
Mm-hmm.
A deck they'll probably want to boost.
And they have tuners.
Yep. Maybe run that Birdman in again.
Yeah.
Yugioh is just one.
But Black Wings. We all know we love Black Wings.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of their cards too.
Wait, enemy controller. Yugioh Steel Dark-Armed.
Yugioh Steel Dark.
Wait, so it is my responsibility.
How did that just happen?
What?
But continue.
Enemy controller to steal Dark-Armed?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Sad.
Worth it. You puss up the butt once you get that Dark-Armed.
You can't steal Dark-Armed.
Ah, dang it.
How about enemy controller BLS? Take BLS.
Yes.
It's their plan that they've been using for a long time now. Fight epic power with more power.
With the goods. Yeah.
Give us more power to fight the power. So it's like, oh, BLS is so annoying. Well, you can just Yugioh it then. Like,
you want to fight that?
Stop complaining.
You want to Yugioh Guardian.
You want to fight the power? Here's a gun.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Just run Book of Moon. Come on.
Yeah. Book of Moon. Yep. Yugioh.
Yep. See.
I can't wait for double book. But book is better than Sengan. But I want that on a shirt.
Book is
better than Sengan. Yeah. Don't you forget that.
So random.
And then Sengan's getting crushed by a gigantic Book of Moon.
He's like,
Lagoon.
So, semi-limited.
Do not.
No.
But,
maybe.
Actually, no. We'll talk about it after.
All
this.
right.
Chaos Sorcerer 2
Yep.
deserves it.
That's fine.
Mana Magician to 2. It makes sense. It's like a little slap. It's fair to put it to 2 when they're putting Tour Guide and Factory to 1.
Yeah, Tour Guide and Factory to 1, and then this to 2 is a very broad hit
For wind-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps them.
I'm fine with that.
It keeps them a deck
It
without
gives them
limiting
power without
Magician
killing
to
them.
1.
Let me put it
or
like
limiting
this.
Shark to 1.
Before this happened, some people ran 2 Magicians.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of silly.
Yeah.
But then you don't open with it, and you can't search it. That's the point.
Yeah.
But, once again, I'll repeat that this is not confirmed at all.
No, it's not.
Plague Sword to 2, I mean, I don't think they like kind of
Yum.
knee jerked to 1 in the first place. I feel like because there was like card save return and it go down at the same time.
Mm.
Now bringing it back at like neg ratios is kind of painful. You eat
I
the
don't
advantage to bring it back.
Like-
Yeah.
Rambo was put in a time machine. It's now 2025, and he is released. He doesn't know what's going on. Everyone has like
And he's
laser
defeated,
beams and
yeah.
stuff.
I'm going to try to infect you. You don't have a level.
Yeah, but same thing with for Plague Spur also. You could revive it by other means, but you could already do it at like a near infinite ratio with just 1.
Mhm.
So 2 is kind of meaningless. It just is a little bit nicer, I guess. It lets you use its effect more often.
Yeah.
Zombies are already in this really disgusting place.
I still want to run zombies.
And
You have they want you to run zombies now,
Goya helps.
which makes me think there's definitely going to be zombies in
Goya
the
helps
future.
more than Plague Predator 2, I feel like.
Yeah, because they now have a level 6 to go into
Now
with
they have
Plague.
something to aspire to.
mhm.
Lone Fire Blossom to 2. A lot of people predicted this as well.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
don't
would
like this
absolutely
card.
hate-
Oh, the things you can do with 2 Lone Fire Blossoms.
I don't
So
like a
good.
free 1 card out of your deck for just no reason.
No, I don't. I just don't like the
It's
card.
gone.
Lone Fire.
I don't like 1 cards that just summon really huge things for
Lone
no
fire into
reason.
lone fire into whatever you want.
To detain you.
So
Like, it's like no thought.
2, you can vet on 2 with Lone Fire.
I know.
You've said that before.
We've said that about cards.
Yeah.
2 is engine worthy
Mm.
of any card. 2 Summoner Monks, you can run 2 and bet on it.
Malicious, the poster child of engines, made with 2 cards.
Mm-hmm. MSU 2, it honestly should go to 1, but
Poopy.
in this list that 2, that's better than none. Or better than not
I
doing
want to
it.
be able to have it at least once per duel with 2.
Why
I want people to have 1 MSU, 1 Heavy Storm. And if they need the destruction, they run Death
passive
Stranding.
aggressive wobble hit?
Not really. But 10 key to 2. 2
What
is
is this?
better than nothing. I want it to go to 1. But it's not. I can't go to 1 immediately, and it still feels really early to go to 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I'm skeptical of. Book of Moon, I mean, it doesn't seem good enough to be at 1, but 2 is really scary.
What about
Agreed.
3?
But it'll hopefully slow down the... It's funny, because I can think 2 Book of Moon can almost slow down the entire format. Because the card is really just like, oh,
It won't.
Stop.
It won't
Stop.
do
You must
anything.
now keep it in the back of your mind. Whenever
It won't do anything to mermails, really. It would be nice.
stops them from gaming.
It passively makes Shockmaster worse.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Book
it-
of Moon on Shockmaster. What a...
I was like, yeah, that's as soon as okay, that's just where the phrase comes from. I was playing him, I was like, I don't want Sang it anymore. So I took it out and I just had 2 tour guides in, and then I said Book of Moon is better than Sang again. I put the Book of Moon in.
Oh,
So
I
the first
remember
thing he
that.
does is shockbox me on the first turn, and I draw a tour guide book.
Mhm.
And I was like, hey, look at that. That's like tour guide book. So I tour guide into Tempo, steal a material, set book, and 2 other cards. He calls traps, and I have a book.
Oh.
Good.
I was like, hey. Book of Moon is better than Seiken. Shien to 2, this is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just put it to 3. Who ran more than 2?
Who cares?
Who cares? No, who cared that it was at 1?
Yeah.
Not me. I remember saying that when they limited it to 1, like, that's totally pointless.
Yeah.
They'd be lucky
I did
to
that
summon
so
2.
long ago. The people all ran 2, just like, just in case they kill my 1, I'll have another.
Mm-hmm.
No longer limited is all pretty much I don't care stuff.
Colute? You
Don't care.
about
Well, I like
Colute,
Blackwing, so I don't care. Lumina to 3. We said that on our podcast. Sugiyama to 3. I've said Sugiyama to 5 many times. I like that it's at 3 because once it's past 2, it's an engine, so that's cool.
I'm gonna do...
Spellbook craziness.
Spellbook
Oh,
Tsukiyami might be good.
that'll be nice. Scapegoats to 3. I really like that.
This is legit. I'll try it.
I'm just as
So-
egregious of it as I was with like 3 light. What is it? Like what's the card? The Swords of Revealing Light. I
Oh,
was
3
like,
swords. It's really scary because if somebody does it,
yeah.
it's funny because more cards that just like they shock lock and you're like, oh no, scapegoats. Okay.
You're not ready. You're not ready for 3 swords of it. You're not ready for 3 scapegoats.
I
You
like
think you are?
I like
Go control.
the amount of quick play spells because more quick plays means like cards like Royal Decree and Shockmaster you don't just lose.
Mm.
That's why I can put like Xian back to 2, stuff like that. You don't just lose to things because you have answers really
What
quickly.
cards made Goat Control what it was?
Go Control, Tsukiyomi, Scapegoats, Thousand Eyes Restrict, and it won't work without Thousand Eyes. Just Fair. Plain and simple. It doesn't work without him. And Metamorphosis. And it doesn't work without both of those in combination. You would metamorph the goats into him, take their monsters, they can't attack, summon Tsukiyomi, flip it face down, reflip, take another one of their monsters. So they could never attack or change their battle positions, and you could infinitely take their monsters. And then people were running like econs
But we're getting there.
with the goats
We're getting
to take
there.
their monsters.
Three
So it
goats,
was.
three
I hope they
Tsukiyomi.
do bring it back now.
So I don't want Thousand Eyes. I just want.
I'm fine with Thousand Eyes. What is it going to do?
I am
Everything.
completely fine because I will run it. I will be the ultimate user of Thousand Eyes. I can say that. I will run 3 instant fusions immediately.
It would be
You will
super
the
awesome.
abuser of Thousand Eyes.
I will be the user. I'm like, oh, Monarchs again. Let's
Tech
do this.
1 instant fusion?
Tech
Tech 1?
3? No, I
You
want
want
all
3.
3. All 3.
You want this to happen.
I'm drawing it. I'm getting it out of my deck as soon as possible so I can keep bringing it back.
It's so funny.
Like, that. My next article is going to be about zombie, chaos, monarch, heroes.
Okay.
So my deck, I'm doing a bunch of articles. It's a series, that's the word, of articles where I just post a bunch of ideas that are together in one article. The next one is a bunch of ideas centered around zombies. And one of them I mentioned before is where you just summon Reborn the Nightmare really fast. And then you use all these like 5s that are really good to, and the zombie like revival to combo really easy with that. So you can just essentially just drop all their cards really fast. So like they nest in the field and you're like, oh, Soul Exchange, Zaborg, Reborn the Nightmare, and they make a rank 5 and just take like 3 of their monsters really fast. And then next turn, you can just revive an attack, get rid of their card in their hand, or just get rid of everything immediately. That was one of the ideas. That's my next week.
Very quick disintegration. That sounds cool.
And then it was just lots of combinations, like Chaos with the heroes. Heroes can dump Spirit Reaper really fast with Prisma. I thought of some really weird plays that are like, that involve like reviving Stratos to add Doom Lord, with reviving Spirit Reaper, going to Levio, bring back Mizuki.
Destiny
Mizuki
Hero
plus,
Doom Lord?
yes.
Oh, man.
So you like revive Spirit Reaper with Mizuki, then you revive a Stratos with Reborn or Call, then you add Doom Lord, banish one of their cards, Exceeds into Levio, bring back the Mizuki and make a rank 4. And it sets itself up again, essentially. Like if you make a Utopia, they can attack the dude, and you can bring back the Spirit Reaper and banish the Mizuki next turn. Cool stuff like that.
That is cool.
But Sheen Smoke Signal 3. But that just makes me think how silly it is to me that Emergency Call is at 2. That card is so not good enough to be at 2.
Not compared to that.
Not compared to Tenkey, the ultimate teacher.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But, yeah.
What else could that mean?
What? Shoebox?
Time.
Box.
Distance.
No.
Space.
Speed. Cliff.
Goal. Goal!
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah. That's the end of the list.
Okay. So yeah, not official, just something that we thought was worthy of discussing.
Now,
Very
we
legitimate.
get to talk about my subject, which is the redheaded stepchild ban list. The
No.
one that everyone seems to not think is legit, but actually has scans, which this one doesn't.
This one has scans.
But where?
In the video.
Call those scans.
It looks scans to me. Oh well. We talk about that one because we think it's legitimate. Everything on it was completely legitimate.
You don't like the other one? Have you seen
Name
it?
one thing that we might not like on the other one.
That you might not like?
That we probably wouldn't like.
Where to start?
Malicious and
Rhoda
3.
to 2.
No, I already said that.
Oh.
I said 10 key to 1 or Rhoda to 3. That's what I said on Monday. 10 key is so much better than Rhoda.
Standard die.
Man, I wish I could play Rhoda and have all of my warriors gain 100 attack.
Yeah, gosh. And I wish all my warriors had some ridiculous effect that just like, oh, when I'm summoned, destroy a monster and add another 10 key to my hand. Cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cool, right?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Another mind control is banned. That's good, right?
That's whatever. Nobody uses it now.
Wind up's got only semi-limited factor. That's it.
They
That's
wouldn't
really,
do that.
really bad.
Yeah.
That's pointless.
Oh, semi-limit factory because that'll affect the deck.
Look at the list. Look it up because they made a lot of quality of life. It seems like they made a lot of things on that list that we talked about in our ban list video that we should have happened.
Well, I don't care if Konami doesn't take any of our advice, or if we aren't right in predicting Konami, as long as the list makes sense.
Yeah, the list better make sense. That's all that matters.
This list made sense.
You
It doesn't sound like it didn't make,
it
that
had
didn't make
The
sense.
only thing that they did
It
on
had-
that list was limit factory to 2,
It had about, well,
which effectively does nothing.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing at all.
They can still do everything that they could have done before. In fact, now they just have an extra card to run. They can maybe you'll just start running instant fusion again. Why not?
He's ready for this.
Oh my gosh! And Kyle's not stopping it.
We're gonna see this, and then we're gonna obliterate it immediately.
We're apparently going to go into what bad lists look like.
this isn't a bad list. Have you seen it?
You just told me that it was a bad list. You just did.
I said it was a redheaded stepchild because we're not talking about it.
Because it was bad.
No, that's not it. Oh my gosh, it's on base back.
It's taking a while.
It's just on the first page, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Gosh. Oh, this might take a while. Oh, there's so
You
many
can just hit
pages.
that little
This
button
one?
right there. Yeah. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Spoilers, maybe? Nope, edited by.
Wait, this was posted on January 28th.
All right, so now we will be moving on.
No! What?
Is that it? No? No, that's what someone would like to have it. No, so it's not here. Okay.
Give me time.
No. Okay. But other news, Konami had a press release where they said what would happen for the rest of this year.
Really?
Well, it's not. I don't think they said everything, but I should almost just read the entire thing. That'd almost be better. But I'll try to paraphrase it. I think did the structure deck come out? Onslaught.
Onslaught of the Fire Kings has come out.
It has come out, so that's out. Have fun with that. There's actual Collection 10 will be coming out. They also announced Cosmo Blazer Special Edition. Not much to say about that. 2 super rares that we don't know. They talked about Hidden Arsenal 7. They also talked about Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. There will be a super starter, which has pending name, where it is a starter deck that comes with variable packs to help start. It's more like a structure pack.
What?
So you come with some cards, no matter what, and then the structure, it comes with like
a
20
starter battle
cards.
pack.
20 cards that I always get, and like 5 packs of this one specific pack that goes with the structure deck to help beginning players.
That's also kind of a build your own deck
Wait,
format.
I'll see. Features a new configuration as the deck comes with 2 5-card expansion packs. Easy to learn and fun to play, Super Starter is ready to play right out of the box with spells, traps, and powerful cards. This is a must-have for a budding duelist, and it's a great value of $12.99, so cheaper than a normal structure deck.
That's not true.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, I thought they were
More
20.
expensive. Oh, what? Structure decks are $20?
No.
No,
No, they're 10. Maybe I was wrong. Well, it comes with 2 extra packs for $1 each. $1.50 each, then. Battle Pack 2 will come out in June. Nothing. They didn't say anything about what's in it, but we're getting another Battle Pack.
What is going to be?
And then they said, I'll read this one. Rounding out the summer will be an August introduction of another booster set, Judgment of the Light. This new 100-card set brings back Synchro monsters that are stronger than ever. This also introduces numbered 39 Utopia Ray Victory. And it's $3.99 a pack. So Synchros are coming back. And they're stronger than ever.
Oh my god.
Don't know what that means. But a lot of people are in a stir about that news, pretty much.
We haven't abandoned you, Synchro Monsters. Come back.
In fact, we're going to make them something that just like obliterate the game. That's what they just sound like they said to me.
Don't worry.
We know what you want.
We're not moving
We
on.
know what you want.
I'm actually 100% not
Excited.
and okay with that.
I don't like that.
Why don't you want more Synchro
I
Monsters?
will explain it. So there are Xyz monsters which will do their effects twice while they are on the field.
Essentially.
Maybe more, but you have to invest more. So it's a like cost for benefit kind of thing. And then synchros, every synchro monster that they ever made, when they were really, really good, they either had like completely broken effects to make summoning them worth it, or they could do their effects as many times as they could possibly while they were on the field. That's why Synchro Monsters
Maybe these will be
went
balanced.
away so fast.
No, there's no way new cards will be balanced. That's not the nature of the game ever. The new cards are always the best
Yes.
and obliterate.
I found it. The power, the scans, the legitness. Okay, so I will read out the ban list that was
The
forsaken.
ban list quote.
It was forsaken by Matt and Kyle. Banned is Ultimate Offering, Gateway of the Six, and Mind Control. Restricted to 1. Well, I guess we'll talk about. Okay, do you want to say anything about the band?
I don't think Mind Control will get banned.
That doesn't make any sense.
Do you know how many decks ran that?
A lot.
Name 2.
Car Cruise.
No.
Plant Synchro.
Is that a deck?
You jerk. Okay, no. Restricted to 1.
So, wait. They're hitting Karakuris and plants because they're too good? Okay.
Wait.
My thoughts exactly.
Where have I been?
Yes, that's the one deck. That's why I said name 2.
Oh, dang it.
And not all of them
Wind-ups.
either. No.
Kinda.
No.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
seen
especially the ones at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Okay, Shockmaster, Big Eye, Rescue Rabbit.
What?
Wait, are these all banned?
Oh,
These are all to 1, right?
Yeah, to 1.
Yeah, to
Shockmaster
1.
1, smart.
Oh, man.
Smart.
Yes.
I'm so glad those decks running 2 Shockmasters are
Wait,
hit
wait,
right where it mattered.
Wait until I'm done.
Okay.
Alright, Shockmaster, Big Eye, Rescue Rabbit, 1 day apiece, Blaze Phoenix, the Burning Bombardment Bird, Holy Lance, which is Forbidden Lance, Metamorphosis, Compulse, and Grand Soil.
Those cards are so menacing.
Grand Soil can special summon like any monster, man.
Yeah.
Wait. Lance is busted.
It is.
It should be forbidden.
Yeah. So they're,
Oh,
they're
no.
only fulfilling what is common sense.
I want
Yeah.
this list to be real just so that I can laugh at it and continue.
They're like, they are a complete lack of understanding of their own game.
Mhm.
Oh, God.
Semi-restricted. Advanced Ritual Art,
Okay.
TG Striker,
Yeah.
Black Whirlwind,
No. Yeah.
Wind Up Factory,
Whatever.
Plague Spreader, which is, it says Zombie Carrier, but I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
Plague
the
Spreader.
Japanese name.
Moon Goddess, which I'm thinking is
Tsukiyomi.
Tsukiyomi.
Which would be ironic because Tsukuyomi is a guy.
Only in Shinto,
Oh,
which is what it comes from, but whatever.
Hmm.
You know, whatever.
It's a lot of lore.
Rhoda and Diva.
Even the 2 big hits.
Big slaps.
Big
all
slaps.
day.
Good thing lots of them are actually running too. So that's just like multiple redundant slaps.
Mm.
Alright, this is my favorite part. The no longer restricted. D Hero Evil, which is malicious.
Mm-hmm.
Lumina, Earth,
Mm-hmm.
Spore,
Mm.
Magical Stones, Debris Dragon, and Convocation.
No, they'll never put magical stones in 3. Fake.
Of
No.
course, yeah.
Okay, what I think is funny is they would keep E, emergency call to 2, and put Rhoda to 2. When they could put E to 3
They're
first.
equal in power. That's why.
No. I'm going to take out one of the E's in my deck for that Rhoda.
Oh my gosh, ninjas, yes.
So bad.
Oh.
Metamorphosis to 1.
That card's bad, man.
Why did-
Metamorphosis to 3.
Why did Blaze Phoenix get limited to 1?
It's a part of FTKs, don't you?
There's one really, really bad FTK that can do it.
There's a lot of bad.
Better hit it. Better hit it down.
I don't think putting it to 1 even matter? I don't even know.
Do you need 2 or do you need 1?
There's
It either
a couple of DKs. One that's less
summon,
involved
yeah.
needs you can run 3 if you're not willing to go like the extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can still do it with 1.
I think you need to have another monster that does it with.
I'm pretty sure you can still do it with 1.
Things I like about this list.
Oh my goodness.
Grand Soul to 1. I hate that card.
Where does that even go?
Gosh, I lost a psychic so many times. Grand Soil to 1.
No,
Are those the
no,
people who are crying over the loss of Grand Soil?
Man, they keep stopping me from existing. Compulse is so annoying.
Good thing we get rid of Shockmaster and
Compulse
and whatever
clearly
the other
better
monster is.
than Mirror Force. Compulse better than Torrential. So broke.
Better than everything.
So broke. Compulse so
Things I
broke.
like about this.
I hate it when they summon 2 big eyes on me.
The second Shockmaster always get me.
No, okay. Things I like about this list.
Like,
Oh
they're
my
totally
gosh.
pointless. They
No,
like just
no,
ignore
no.
some of those.
Is
The last art, if that's real.
Advanced Martial
Yeah.
Art to 2.
That's nice. That's cute. I mentioned that should happen eventually.
Yeah. Obviously, I'd like Tsukiyomi to be at 3, but 2.
2 is fair. I could see it going to 2 or 3 just because it'll go up, but I'm not sure how fast.
Debris Dragon at 3.
Yeah, we said that.
Malicious to 3.
Nobody says that.
Oh, yes.
Like, I could see them doing that because they think, like, whatever, it won't matter, right?
Sport at 3.
And it'll immediately go back to 2. That's what I think. Spore was expected.
4 to 3 is fine.
But it didn't happen on this list that you guys are.
Because it is
standing
not
by.
unexpected. They put Lone Fire to
The
2.
list that we just
I'm
saw,
going to do Lone Fire to 2, Spore to 3.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
the list that we just saw with the big eye and stuff, that's like overzealous, like netting of everything in the ocean. You just pull up whatever's there and you like throw things away that you
But
don't
check
like.
out these pictures. They have way more pictures than the other one. And they look
So?
like shit.
I could have made those in my spare time if I knew Japanese.
No.
We like the other
That's
list.
impossible!
I like
It's
the
so
other
easy
list
to make fake pictures. I'm
because
just
it's
gonna say
really, really like, it's lean, it's to the point, it's straightforward, it's not like,
It's not a laundry list.
yeah, it's
that.
not,
The Shockmaster one is like that one is like the dumbest one ever.
yeah.
Is there I have never seen a deck list ever run to Shockmaster.
Limit Compulse to 1. Lose all credibility.
Okay, we should get
That
into the real
that
topic.
was worth a good laugh.
Okay, but at
Into
the
mind
same
of it.
time, I could see it being real and just me laugh.
I would be
No.
fine because it'd be so funny.
We'd laugh for a very
We'd be in
good.
such a
Ah,
weird
darn.
mood.
Dang, I invested in both big eyes.
Oh, I know, right?
Ah. But no, I can see that.
Turn
That-
off your
that-
big eye quick.
I can actually make sense out of that one though,
The big eye?
because they're coming out with like a bunch of 7 garbage
Yeah,
in the next
yeah.
set, so they don't want you to get all excessive about that.
Mhm.
But
But come on, the like $80 card.
Lance is clearly too powerful.
They left tour guide at whatever for that long. It's dumb.
Okay,
I like this list because it doesn't have tour guide limited no more.
you like the list because it doesn't affect your wind-up deck at all.
Oh, yeah.
It might even just make it better. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
With 2 Rhoda, I can run Wind Up Warriors.
Oh, 2 Rhoda, I can win the duel.
Basically.
Okay, we'll take a break and get into the real topic.
Oh man, yes, please.
Oh, we should have recorded that.
Yeah, we might have. We babbled some more about the horribleness of that list. But, okay, we'll talk about the OCG today. And briefly about us as well. Well, we're going to talk about the TCG no matter what, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
But, I got the basics first.
Go ahead.
What does OCG stand for? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Official card game as opposed to TCG, which is trading card game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really, sounds similar. There's a better word. But the difference is the official... they print that on the back. It says official card game on the back of Japanese cards and trading card game on all Roman numeral cards.
Mm-hmm.
And OCG is... They are printed in Japanese and Korean. And TCG is only in Roman numerals.
Romanized
Alphanumeric.
alphanumeric, yes.
So that's like the difference. That's like the main difference at all. It's pretty much just Japan. That's all that matters. They get different pack rarities and cards.
Mm-hmm.
That is the basic difference.
As you've probably heard before, the OCG is the test market for how good or how bad something ends up being.
Yeah.
And then once they port it to the rest of the world, we find out how much we have to fork over for cards that are really good.
Inflated money values.
Mhm.
It's the genius.
Buy this bad pack for this one card. Let's just do it.
It's funny, when I was looking it up, the TCG, not the OCG, is considered the best-selling card game in the world. The OCG is not counted in that.
Not surprised. It's a much smaller market.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think they just combine them and say it's the best card game.
Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game.
But no, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game that is the most successful card game. Not counting Japan at all.
But Japan...
They would just boost it beyond that if they were counted. So, and,
I think about the TCGs, it must have really sucked not getting TCG exclusives.
They get them pretty quick now.
Yeah,
they're about to get their new one with all the Noble Knights.
They're getting another extra pack.
I mean, like, when TCG exclusives didn't exist, and we had nothing to give us an edge over them, we just got cards later.
No. Well, it was completely different because the game wasn't as dependent on combos when TCG exclusives were not.
Well, it wasn't as popular back then either, so we weren't like looking at Japan, like figuring out things beforehand. We were actually learning it on our own, which is a lot cooler. But I mean, I'm sure some people were. I feel like since the game got more competitive and more played, more people know about the OCG now.
Yeah. So you were saying that they're getting their next extra pack?
Soon. I can check
within
the
next
date.
couple months.
What's going to happen?
Everything up to the pack up to the Cosmo Blazer Special Edition.
Yeah.
Our Cosmo Blazers TC exclusives. Is it not? It's not.
One of the things it said they were getting was Noble Knight Arturius.
Extra pack. They get it in May. It's called Extra Pack Sword of Knights.
Sword of Knights. Such an awesome name.
Return of the King of Knights.
Yeah, I think it's got like Noble Knights.
That's the name of a pack. From Vanguard.
Oh yeah, there's a couple other cards they're getting that are new, but there's no reason to talk about them because we're not going to get them.
Roger.
For a long time, maybe.
You got it, boss.
You got it, boss token counter. So yeah, they're the test market. They get the main difference in everything is difference in cards, which they get all their cards 3 months earlier than us. In terms of packs. And they get weird promotional packs.
They have a lot of, it's a very animated enthusiast culture, so they have a lot more potential to have
more jump cards.
With cards.
Fiesta jump.
They get like promotional pack, fun pack, festa pack.
Magazine card exclusive.
Yeah, like buy this random magazine, get 3 cards.
This card really, really good. You buy now.
Buy this random pack with just 3 cards in it. $5. Like, why not? Like, they got all that stuff all the time.
Hustling over there. Getting that money.
Hustle and flow.
And there's also the dual terminal, which they get that like way ahead of us. I don't even know how far ahead.
Years.
Yeah, they've had Lava Chain for a year or more.
Yeah.
And we don't even have it yet.
We're holding us hostage. They know we want it.
Yeah, I know that the other difference is we get TCG exclusives. That's the only cards that we get that they don't. I think that's the only ones we get that they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. But that makes another difference in cards, which makes our metas completely separate.
Yep.
Totally different. They're almost non-applicable, except we can like kind of assume their meta will become ours in like 3 to like more months.
Funny enough, that's not something you want to do if you want one market to be a test market.
What? Oh, separate them?
Make the meta is completely different.
You don't want to do that?
Yeah, you don't want to separate them because then it becomes less predictable. You want them to become. You want ours to always become theirs, so that they know what's going to happen.
And are you saying TCG exclusives or the 3-month wait is?
Oh, the TCG exclusives are things like
they make sure the TCG exclusive is so good that they sell because otherwise, then there's it's like 2 no matter what money kind of strategy.
If the pack didn't go over so well in Japan, then they can release really good TCG exclusives that force us to buy the pack.
Forced buying.
Forced acquisition.
Yep.
I like that card.
And also, if the deck in Japan is not doing so well, they can release good TCG exclusives
to make
that
it
boost
the
the deck.
best.
Like Ninjas, just getting TCG exclusives every pack.
Wait a minute, no. There was one pack that was just unspeakably god awful, and they released like TCG exclusives. And what was it?
Was that the one with Dark Flat Top?
It probably was the one with like.
Because that one was
I remember
Chaos Hunter and
the one with Tour Guide and Tango came in the same pack, right?
Extreme Victory.
Did they?
Extreme
Victory
was the bad. That was the bad pack. That was the bad.
We're gonna check right now. Continue talking though.
Yeah, I can't remember what Extreme Victory was. But so that's essentially the difference between
It was stinky.
the OCG and the TCG. Those are the major features. That and whatever they're doing, like Kyle said, in the OCG influences the TCG, where with like Dueling Network, people start playing the decks basically as soon as they start topping in Japan.
It has so
And
many.
so that when they get here,
such a good
when we
pack.
actually eventually get those cards.
Oh gosh,
they
this pack
start
was like
topping
the
with them,
best.
too.
Oh my gosh.
This pack?
Yeah.
Why?
It had a bunch of stuff that we didn't realize was good till like way later. So it obviously had Reborn Tengu. It's got Mystic Piper. Unknown Synchron's nice. All the TGs.
Is this the Nordic
all
pack?
the Psychics that are
Yeah.
good. Karakuri Komachi.
Ragnarok.
Komachi's the one that allows you to normal summon twice.
Maybe I got it.
All the TG Synchros.
We just need more
All the
TG1
TG
and
cards. Oh, I still haven't run that yet.
I want to.
Wait, is this the one that comes with... yeah, it comes with Elder of the Six Samurai. That's the good one, isn't it? The
Oh,
level
there's the
3.
special summon.
Yeah, level 3 the specials.
So the TCG exclusives are...
And they made...
Reborn
The Safe
Tengu?
Zone was in that pack. It had W, Nebula Meteorite. Tour Guide. Asediari.
Oh, right.
Tengu.
Yeah, Tengu, obviously. And that was about it that like was really meaningful.
And then just a bunch of really other bad cards.
Really random things.
Psychic Shockwave.
Full House. Oh,
Naturia Eggplant.
Mara of the
Dragon.
Nordic Alfar. But no, there's a lot of really good cards in that pack. But they were all really low rarity, so really random.
Storm Ragnarok. That was good.
But no, so they added all these like really good cards.
Besides Sheehan.
Okay.
They didn't know any of those cards would be good at all, though. So, because Psychics did nothing in Japan, TGs did nothing in Japan, Elder wasn't used for a really long time. So, essentially, everything in this was used way later than it was its time.
Yeah.
And so they added like a buttload of really, really important cards to the game in form of TCG exclusives.
To boost sales of the pack. Because it was poopy.
And that wasn't that great. But there's also a totally different mindset of playing in Japan, I feel like. If you ever watch them play on videos, they seem to like... They just do it differently, that's what I feel like. I feel they're more inclined to very slow control decks. And even if they're not playing a slow control deck, they play incredibly slow. Just because they literally think of every possible option that both players have at every given time. And make the choices based on that. A lot of American play is based on like feelings and like guts. Intuition, which is like a meaningless word in Japan, I feel like. Intuition, what are you talking about? What do the statistics say, sir? What is the percentage that they have this? And then like they calculate the percentage chance, the variability of each possible route they could take, and which one has the highest chance of success, and they take that chance. And then they randomly, it's the same for both metas, but it's different because it's something that just happens differently. They latch on to different decks. So like, Americans really like Dino Rabbit. Don't know why, they just really like it. They've latched onto it and they stay latched onto it. Japan really liked Insectors and Blackwings. They just latched onto them forever. And like, we hated Insectors for some reason. Even though they were just like the winners.
They were the bee's knees.
They were the bee's
of that
knees.
word, but I wasn't going to say it.
And like, Blackwings were topping for so long in Japan, and we were just not caring for like ever. We just didn't care for
You know that
such a long
scene
time.
in the
No one's gonna
movie,
do it.
in the movies where like the villain or the hero shoots the bad guy, and then the bad guy just gets up again and like starts crawling towards the hero.
Yeah.
And then the villain shoots the villain shoots the bad guy again or whatever. I don't know. Just Blackwings wouldn't die.
They wouldn't.
die. The
I
hero stayed alive. The hero
feel like,
lives.
and then we had plants. Some of it is differences based on exclusives.
Of course.
Like, we loved plants, and Japan never really got to.
For the tour guide.
Tour Guide Tengu. They never had Tengu at more than 2. They never knew the power,
The unlimited power.
which I still don't think was that much power. As much as we thought of it as.
So much power.
It was really good.
How dare you look
There's
back
no
at
way
that
I can go
perspective.
back. There's no way I can go back now that they released Beast Warrior support either. So
Yeah.
But tour guide, they never knew it at more than 2 either. They just never knew the true power of plants.
And Tengu was still really, really, really powerful back then because the game
There was less.
Like, the game was in a very weird state where there were only 1 or 2 decks that could go off a lot. And
It was like the beginning of explosions.
Yeah, basically. Well, it wasn't. It was the beginning of
That's where
explosions,
explosions come from.
but like game-winning explosions.
Yeah, well, that was the first, not like the first time ever,
Mhm.
but it was when like combo decks started becoming like really, really important because people realized they could build decks that would reciprocate, like every game would just do the same combo that would cause them to win the game.
And the good thing about
Effectively.
that point in the game, or the good or bad thing, was that once you did go off or explode, the monsters that you ended up with, if you didn't win, would persist and allow you to maintain control.
Yeah, and then the combos also gave you card advantage.
And because of that, with Tengu just sitting on the field, if you didn't have that kind of explosion, that monster would be there and it would facilitate their explosion.
It was just, that was honestly a horribly unbalanced format anyway.
Like now with Tengu, it would be annoying, but Xyz monsters...
We can deal with it now a lot better.
It would be a lot better because monsters now just summon other monsters all the time. So
Yeah,
you
the
can
only-
Xyz out of Tengu.
But like I said, the only problem is Beast Warrior support is really
Yeah.
good. So then it's
That.
just like, oh, now Tengu that replaces itself has 2100 attack.
Mhm.
It's like, that was cool.
Yum.
They'd obviously be running that. I see people already trying like the run the 2 builds. They run like 2 of him with some like 2 Barbaros and 2 Skill Drain. And they're like, that's cute, right?
Mhm.
But ew. So play style is totally different over there, and they like different decks than us.
They're weird because they run dimensional items.
We did that too, but nobody really did.
Dang it.
I
Dimensional
don't know
Autos
why that everybody knows of that deck, but I don't feel like it was ever big.
I know.
I
It,
agree.
it never existed.
No.
It was just an idea.
And people keep talking about it like, yeah, man, I remember that deck. No, you don't.
I always
No,
think
you
of
don't.
that deck as one of the stepping stones to Heroes.
Mm.
It was the first installment of running Neos Alias with Gemini Spark. First time.
They thought you were crazy.
The people were like, "What? Who would do something so? This is bad. Like tributing your monsters not worth it." And they're just all normal monsters, right?
Yeah.
And then they became one of like the pillars of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling.
Yeah.
It's all about the plus.
That, and also the idea of responding to your opponent's cards with other cards and planning that out.
That was one of the biggest
Lance,
like.
Chalice, Gemini Spark.
Taking the plus.
Those were a new breed of cards.
Going after it.
It was a weird like it would bait you to use specific cards and have perfect answers to them.
Thinking that there were only a few answers to this card possible, and a lot of them were chainable with that Gemini Spark.
And like for the Japanese, that, or at least the OCG, that kind of idea can like spread and grow really quickly because the OCG is in this like small area. They have a lot easier time spreading information because tournaments happen like all the time, probably like every day.
Publicized.
Huh?
Like I mean, you can go across the country to
Mhm.
do a tournament there.
Oh,
It's so small that
Yeah.
like you can go to the other side of their little island and play in their big tournaments.
mm-hmm.
Everybody who plays Yu-Gi-Oh can go to every tournament essentially if they wanted.
If they wanted to, yeah. Whereas the United
We can't
States,
go to New York every time there's
No.
a tournament in New York. That's
we rely
ridiculous.
on the internet to transmit information.
Is
But-
Washington bigger than Japan? Like it's mass?
or
not mass, it's
no.
size?
No, I don't think so.
You're underestimating how big Japan is. Japan is a
I mean-
lot of islands.
Actually,
I know it's really. I'm trying to think if it's like
Yeah,
small
it might be. It might.
area of
You guys are
Japan.
deluded.
No.
Japan is pretty big.
No, California is bigger than Japan.
It's 145,000 square miles.
No, do that for Washington.
Area of Washington State. I'm not thinking that. So we're about half the size of Japan.
Okay, California, go.
California's huge.
Cali.
California is bigger than them.
No,
Yeah. Right.
really.
Yeah. Of course it's bigger.
Yep, it is. 163,000.
So that's well, like California is like its own Yu-Gi-Oh country.
That is
We already know that. So that's like it's about one California. Let's pretend it's one California over there.
Mhm.
So one of our one state is being used as a testing ground, which is weird.
But it's different because the United States was built in a kind of sprawled out
Yeah, area.
and
There is no room for expansion in Japan.
no. Everything's packed. But there is room for it. Anyways. Lot of dissemination of information. Information spreads very quickly. People doing unique.
Well, yeah,
and
there's
innovative
trends
things.
that flow. Like there's trends. We have trends in Washington. We know about those trends. We're used to our own trends.
Mm-hmm.
We almost don't even notice that there aren't trends
Mm-hmm.
because we don't go to California and realize nobody's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like to us, Insectors winning at the Washington YCS was like that wasn't special to us at all.
Mm-hmm.
We see Insectors run exactly like that all the time, so
Mhm.
it's like whatever. That's such a trend in Washington, is threatening roar Insectors.
Mm-hmm.
Just like people always say, like if you go to California, you're going to play a lot of heroes.
Mm.
Heroes are a huge trend in California, and then trends. Black Wings are a trend in Japan.
Mm.
Done with that.
Trending now.
Trending. Yeah, now trending. But yeah, specific trends of now. Differences in the meta now that cause it to be totally different even with same decks, which is funny.
Chain, Emerald,
Oh, yeah.
gross.
Dagust Emerald and Lava Chain are like two of the hugest differences in the game, like ever. I can't even begin to state how much they affect.
They had the
game.
power for the longest time, but we're about to take it back.
We're not gonna take anything.
Like, it alone can make some decks infinitely better. Like, we essentially can't run a Hero Lives because we don't have those cards. We
Really?
can, it's not as good.
Mm.
Not nearly as good. They have, like, 3 monsters that make it, like, way better. They have Lava Chain, which makes Zephyros playable.
Mm.
And it tops cards to make sure that you always get your combo when you
I
need
wonder
it.
how a Hero Lives Glad would work with Lava Chain.
Oh, not Hero Lives Glads, Hero Lives. But Hero Lives Glads, I don't know. But Dagust Emerald brings back Neos for other combos, Neos Alias. I've seen variants that run like 1 or 2 Alias just so you can bring them back.
Mm.
And it's just kind of good.
They're not going to hit Emerald or Chain before we get it. Good.
Yeah. But, what else? And then there's Vers Ouroboros, the offensive triple rank 4. Which we're gonna get all of them at once.
The other Trishul.
Okay. Vers Rabbit is the big man with their foot on Mermails.
Oh yeah.
Keeping them down.
So you remember back like right when Mermails came out in Japan and they just were like all like they were ravaging almost.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now like you don't see them like at all. Because, as he said, Vers Rabbit has their foot on them.
Puts the foot on the neck and keeps them down.
Like, they can't do anything with that deck existing, essentially. They summon Vers Ophion, and they're like, oh, no.
And what does Vers Ophion do?
It's just a rank 4 that requires 2 Vers. I'm not sure it's Vers, is it like...
It's 3.
Is it in Vers?
I'll find out.
What will it be called? Is it what will it be called, Vers?
It'll be
L-Swarm.
L-Swarm.
L-Swarm here, which is
Yeah.
so bad. Vers is so good.
Mm.
But, regards 2 of those, 2 L-Swarm monsters.
Evil Swarm.
Or Evil Swarm.
What's the other one going to be now? Is it just
Evil Swarm Ophion?
or Steel Swarm?
Steel Swarm and Evil Swarm. So L-Swarm monsters. But in regards to L-Swarms, it's a rank 4. I believe it has 25, 50 attack, 50 more defense than Gungar.
Yeah, baby.
While it has Xyz material, the opponent cannot summon?
Level 5
Just
or
you
higher
read it.
monsters cannot be special summoned.
Yeah.
Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, add 1 Infestation spell or trap card from your deck to your hand.
You summon this and they cry.
So
Every time-
immediately +1, they can't summon anything.
They cry salty blue sea tears.
Yeah. So essentially, they can't summon any of their Gigolos.
Yeah.
Or leads, or Boothin Glaciers, or things that can attack over this.
Mm.
Or even Catastor. Or
Yeah.
some kind of synchro play.
What? It's so hard. It is
You're not
so
going to
hard.
wiggle your way out of this one, Mermaid.
The best way they have out of this is like unspeakable. You summon Undyne and you send heavy infantry.
That's pretty good, because they have Green Kappa now. The one that's the rank 2 that's water. They can immediately detach it. So that's like an out. So they have to get Diva to get an out, which most people believe will go to 1, so... No more outs for you. And then on top of it, it's like a Gear Gigant. So you summon it, you immediately get that +1.
Yeah,
and I don't remember which Infestation card they usually run.
There's like 1.
That's good. Every time I hear Infestation, I always think of Halo 2 and like the Elite's always saying Infestation.
All I know is when I look at their deck lists at Shriek, usually they have 1 spell that has Infestation and 2 traps. And I know that they're both pretty good.
Infestation, it's not Infection. That doesn't do anything. I don't think it's first steps toward Infestation. I don't know if it's Terminus or Rage.
Terminus made that.
I think it's Pandemic, probably, is the spell.
Oh, yeah. So, Infestation Pandemic is a quick play. All face-up, ill swarm monsters you control are unaffected by spell or trap effects this turn.
Hey, look, it's Wisdom. Is that
Spell
better?
Book of Wisdom.
It's better than Wisdom.
Better? Both of them. Both spells and traps. Good.
I don't think that's the other one, no. The other one, there's something else. No. But, I don't know. Might be that one.
Then there's this other one that's not bad. Target an Illsword monster you control and 2 cards your opponent controls. Banish the first target, and if you do, return the second target to the hand.
It's okay.
Yeah. Extra Compulse.
Panic, Gemini Spark. Panic.
I think it might be first step.
Icarus.
No, it's a trap. The one that's good is a trap. Ripple, Pandemic. There's so many of them.
I didn't think there were that many.
There was that whole, like, hidden arsenal period that we just didn't care about.
Yeah.
Anything. Oh. Maybe, no. It
Could be that.
Well, then there's this one. Infestation
No, that's Steel
Ripples.
Swarm, never mind.
Yeah, it is Steel Swarm.
But it's
Anyways.
good because you take a plus immediately. And then, so it's like, you can add a card that makes it so you can't Dark Hole it to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of good.
Or
Really annoying.
They'll ram it over whatever. And
Yeah.
just in case you have Mirror Force of Defense, and it's not going to
Yeah, so it's like, you can't kill it with monsters when you're running, at least when you're running Mermails. You can't kill it with your monsters because you can't get them unless you have this amazing anti-hand.
And not even Panic Dark Hole can save you.
And not even, because it added the card, by summoning it, they get a card that stops Dark Hole. Really good. So like, immediate Torrential, immediate Solemn, things like that stop it. So it's really, they essentially said to Mermail, you can't be played, this deck is in the meta. But
It was like, you don't come around here no more.
But at the same time, that deck, you don't see a lot of Verzra, but I feel like they kind of like clash randomly at that 4-4 zone, you know, at tournaments that we always talk about.
Yeah.
Those decks all clash and just like eat each other out, and they don't win the tournaments, and then Firefist wins like every tournament.
Why?
Because it's so good. It's so good. They have it all. They have Wolfberg.
That's Wolf.
You know Wolfberg, Matt?
That card?
Wolfberg is like so freaking stupid good. I don't even know. They have 2 cards that make 2 decks.
Unforgivable.
Wolfberg and Chicken. Firefist Chicken.
Yeah, that one.
It's like ridiculous looking too.
So I posted it on our Facebook page, and then I tagged it because you can tag it. I was like, Pro Evolution Soccer, because it looks like he's a soccer player.
He does, but you can read it.
Oh, okay.
His name is different than. It's not just Wolfberg.
Right now we have its name as Enthusiastic Beast Wolfberg. Level 4, Fire Beast Warrior, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. You can target one level 4 Fire Beast Warrior type monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in face-up defense position, but its effects are negated. You can only use the effect of Enthusiastic Beast Wolfberg once per turn.
Come to me.
Everything.
Bring out the Tiger King. And then that deck, they don't even have the new support yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's that just with that it'll just be stupid good.
It's really upsetting.
Dance, 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 dance,
Yeah. Dance, die.
I was like okay with Tin Plate Goldfish because it's like, oh, they normal summon, that's
It
something.
takes, and it uses the cards in their hand.
And then it's just done. It's done. It's one and done. When you normal summon Tin Plate Goldfish, it gets its effect. That's it.
Geargias are going to be stupid in the future, too.
With this, it's like, oh, you can use it anytime it's on the field. Whatever.
There's one.
I dislike the card that can summon 2 monsters from my deck.
But the other run baddies.
Yeah, bad.
MK2?
You don't have to run MK2.
You have to summon a monster with Yugioh in its name.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yugioh and Yugioh MK2.
Yeah. One of them is level 3.
They're both level 3.
One of them...
Well, we're talking about another card that we're not going to talk about because it's not out in either Japan or America.
It doesn't...
It comes out in Japan soon, but still. Continue on our discussion.
There was like a... Don't play with it.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not sure if it's good enough. But Fire Fist, they have Wolfberg, which just makes their fire... What's his name?
It makes their rank 4 Tiger
Their rank
King.
4 just like immediately. No strings attached, plus 1.
Anytime, searchable, whatever happens, you, the opponent, fill their graveyard with a monster. Great. They got their plus from it.
This is their wind-up rat.
Better than that. If only Wind Up Rat summoned a monster that searched the deck for other monsters.
Wait, it's effective.
Or set a spell. No, you go that guy into the what? Who cares what? You go into the rank 4.
Oh.
Who sets either the one that searches or sets a trap that protects it.
Zen Mighty.
Oh, so much better than Zen Mighty. If only Zen Mighty could kill things.
Yeah.
And if only when Zen Mighty died, he summoned himself again. It's too much. It is too much. No wonder that deck just tops. That's what I feel like. And then there's a chicken, which I don't know when we'll get it, but we should get it soon. It's a level 3 Fire Fist. I think it's a Shonen Jump promo. 1500 attack, 200 defense. 200 defense. When it's special summoned by a Fire Fist, you set a Fire Formation spell from your deck. And then once per turn, he can send a Fire Formation card you control to the graveyard to set a Fire Formation spell from your deck, I believe. And you can only use its effect once per turn. Fireface Chicken. So it's really good. You can bring it back with Spirit. Oh, it's got 100 defense, sorry. Not 200. Oh, it's not that. It simply adds a Fire Fist monster from your deck to your hand when it's special summoned by Fire Fist. It doesn't even set the spell. And then the other effect is what I said it was. And it can send a Speller Trap to set a Speller Trap.
Good.
And it's level 3, so you bring it back with Spirit and you can Synchro for their level 6.
It's D-nuts.
And get its effect to add a Fire Fist. Or you can Xyz and add back the Spirit to your hand. Good.
Either way, good.
Good.
Either way, you're winning this one.
It pluses for days.
Days and days.
Days and days. Beast Warrior, pluses for days. That's all it is. It's pluses for days. So they got all these cards that just plus for days with Fire Fist that we don't have. What else? Daigust Emerald is really good in wind-ups. I don't know what else to say other than that. I think you can still wind-up loop if you wanted with Daigust Emerald. But it's not worth basing your deck around it. I said Hero Lives with Laval Chain and Urza Ouroboros, totally different. There's Constellars, which matter there. Laval Chain also affects ninjas like
Miser
Beyond
7.
Reason. Oh, and Miser 7.
Miser 7 has a good card.
So many cards that just change the meta completely.
And they're so generic, you can summon them in anything.
Yeah.
Some gimmick puppet thing. However. I feel like we're missing like one of the really... It used to be Big Eye until it came out. Now it's like some other like high star Xyz monster that defines the meta over there. What is it?
Volcasaurus.
Yeah,
they've had that for so long. So windups are totally different there. Because they only run that one rank 5. They run Volcasaurus and they run their Gaia. They just randomly game you.
Yes.
Like, oops, game.
I accidentally game.
That
I
was an
burned
accident.
you and pierced you? What? It's over already? Whatever.
My bad.
OTKs happen all the time in that deck. You don't have to like script for damage. Just do it. Straight up. Through their Spirit Reaper.
Yeah. What? You summoned something and a Spirit Reaper? Destroy that. Attack to the Spirit Reaper.
I thought I was safe.
Yeah.
You thought wrong.
Oh. But Ninja Dragons is really good with Laval Chain. Send those like Eclipse Wyverns to the graveyard. Just set it off. Set it off.
It puts it on a whole nother level.
It goes so fast. You want that Upstart Gold Ninja now.
You put whatever you want in that graveyard.
Oh yeah.
Organize it.
And then like I complain about about Pot of Avarice, but it's like demand, on demand. Diegast to Emerald. Things that like completely matter to the game. Like, it's like when Stardust came out. Like, it mattered because Stardust came out. It affected the entire game. Like, that's how good these cards they have that we don't are.
Made Bottomless Trap Hole bad.
Yeah. Made Sakuretsu unplayable.
Unplayable.
We need to find something else.
Yeah. And I was like, Deep Resistance a card? That's what I remember thinking back then. Like, because it was so stupid hard to get that nobody even cared.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have any benefit over Sakuretsu.
Oh, it gets banished. Who cares?
So, it's in the graveyard. You can't do anything. They have their one Call of the Haunted. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Not even like not even Reborn.
What are you talking about? Monsterborn isn't unbanned.
Yeah, these are fools.
What? This isn't 1999.
Oh, what is it like? There's also like Mermails are kind of different too. They have a lot of Xyz that are different that we would want, and then we have all these new cards now that are really, really important in the deck. And the reason nobody really notices them right now is because Japan doesn't use them because they can't. It's kind of funny how that happens because we're really reliant on them.
It's really annoying.
So that we don't make good decks sometimes because Japan hasn't made them first. That's one thing that we don't watch out for with TCG exclusives.
Or like Big Brother, we're watching them.
Yeah. We don't make like Abyssdeus. So
Abyssdeus. We don't use our broken cards to their full potential.
Because we don't think that we don't have the ingenuity because we've learned to not have it.
Who doesn't like max? I feel like you need a max Abyssdeus.
That card is legit.
Anybody who doesn't max Abyssdeus, or they have some kind of weird Mermail strategy that I've never heard of.
Yeah. That card is so good, I can't believe it.
Like, that guy at our regionals, I feel like he's like ahead of the curve as far as like Mermails goes. He's going to be ready to go like 6 months from now. Like he's going to be ready to go after March. Because none of the stuff he's running is going to get hit.
My Diva went to one? Wait, I was running.
I don't run Diva or Mulan Glacia, the inconsistent lord.
Super consistent. Oh, I hate Mulan Glacia.
Yeah. Or
if they limit Dragoons, they probably won't run it.
Yeah.
They might still, but I don't know. That'll be weird.
I feel like Mulan Glacia like distracts you from like.
It's so good, but I've seen them lose a lot of games just by summoning it when they don't have game.
Yeah.
That's a side note.
He doesn't run.
I like to try to get them to summon it when they don't have game.
Undying.
And then I can win.
Undying searches your deck, but I mean, I don't know.
Undying, slow, and doesn't do much.
Slow and poopy.
The advantage is alluring once again. People are getting blinded by the idea of advantage.
This is true. They want to take advantage.
Winning is more important than advantage.
Winning advantage. I like that advantage.
Do I have more winning than you? Yeah, I do. I won. In fact, I'm 2-1 against you.
You
I
might
think
have
that's
7
advantage.
cards, but I think I just won.
Yeah, people get really upset when they're like, yeah, look at all this. I got like 5 cards in hand. I got the field control. I got all this. And you're just like, you got 3 cards and you OTK them.
Yeah.
Like, well, I should have won. That's like what they think.
Yeah.
You got lucky. You sacked me.
Yeah, exactly. That's when people start having the brown eyes. They start seeing the
They
browns.
start brown bagging.
Yeah.
You sacked me, man. I had game next turn.
I love that.
You just went grocery shopping, man. You had it all.
I love that when they're like, "Oh, next turn I would have had it." Like next turn.
There's no
Doesn't
next
matter
turn,
what next
punk.
turn there was. I took it
I
from you.
had it this turn. What do you have to say about that?
It's when you just say, "Oh, you did? Must be nice."
Must be nice.
Turn that bad code.
Oh yeah, but what else? Constellars is another like dual terminal one that matters. It's kind of starting to fall off because Firefists are just better than it.
They do a lot of kind of the same things.
Yeah.
They maintain field presence really well.
Beast Warriors. I know the Constellar run would run up to 3 bear in it too as well. So I mean, it was just kind of like one of them was going to fall out.
Yeah.
And that one just ended up being the one. For the one that ended up being actually the best. And Japan's really good at choosing which one is actually the best.
So you just kept getting support until there was no contest.
Yeah, and I'm sure that people saw the new stuff and they're like, well, we might as well just run this one because it's going to be better.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah. What else? Dino Rabbit's weird there. Totally weird. They run our build sometimes.
Also, the dual terminal is like done now, right?
Is it done forever?
Not like done forever, but going to start doing different things than.
Oh, they're
been
done
doing
with the
before?
archetypes they just did, right?
Yeah.
This chapter, like the battle,
The war of the
light
the
versus
infestation
darkness.
war.
Yeah, the infestation war it comes to an end with the
Who won?
Constellars. Sophie does.
Sophie wins.
Yeah, of course she did. She got rid of everything.
Mhm.
No, I don't know who wins.
She resets the dual terminal. She's like, I can't deal with this. I'm tired of it.
Get
Oh,
out.
I wonder if they'll
you
just be
people
bad
ruined it.
again at the beginning.
Oh man, she just starts populating it with all these dragons and
Things we don't know what
Zombies.
could happen.
Blue Eyes White Dragon returns in double dual terminal foil rare.
Double dual terminal
Double
parallel
dual.
reverse rare.
Rare diversity.
Adversity, diversity.
Oh, half rare. Half of the image is holographic. The other half is common.
Oh man.
The other half is like dual terminal, like regular rare, where it's like just a super.
Oh, half the image of the card is rare, is foil, and then the other half is common. Then the opposite half of the foil on the card is foil.
But no, it's inverted, like inverted colors.
Oh yeah. It's called
Double
Square
reverse,
rare.
double reverse,
Reverse
parallel,
rare.
reverse rare.
I actually would want inverted colors on like synchro monsters, even though they look like Xyz monsters. But inverted colored Drill
Art.
Warrior looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it with my phone and inverted the colors. It looks crisp.
What about the reverse rares? Could just be the card is holographic with a common picture.
Oh, they could do that.
They haven't done that yet.
No.
They haven't done like alternate artwork yet. They could do that.
Oh, I would love that.
But totally, well, they do that, but it's like, yay, special occasion. But like, in a pack, the card can come in multiple pictures or something, but that's a lot of work, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say about the OCG.
That's essentially it. And if you want to keep tabs on the OCG, there is, of course, Shriek.
Good website.
Yeah, you can spy on them; they won't even know.
There's a couple other websites. There's a lot of people on YouTube if you find them, but it's really hard to like just randomly. It's really hard to search YouTube now. That's all I know. I can't go to YouTube and be like, well, I want to look at this.
Yeah, YouTube is really good as well, like you said, because they have just dual videos
They have
from
them, yeah.
multiple countries that you can look at and see what they're doing.
You have to get into this place where you find one that's Japanese,
And
all
then
the text is, and then it links you to all the other ones on the site. Like, I got it.
Yep, suggest.
I found it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we can move on into preparation for the future.
Operation H.
Yes. All right. So, as you people may or may not have noticed, we are
Nearing.
nearing our 100th episode.
That was unnecessary.
100 weeks.
Yeah. Over 100 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh content has been
How have we
produced.
talked so long and
Don't you
needlessly
mean, like,
long?
Each that's like you mean over 300 hours because each episode is like 2.5.
2 hours.
I would say on average each episode is at least an hour. I'm just going for a conservative estimate.
100 hours.
Because our beginning episodes, some of them were like about an hour, around an hour.
Somewhere 30 minutes.
Doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a lot.
I'm gonna go with that, like 1 minute, 1 hour 20 minutes.
For an
Average.
I played some games longer than 100 hours.
That's fine. But have you talked about the exact same subject?
No.
For that?
No.
Have you dedicated... Then that's more than...
No,
100.
it's gotta be
Think
more.
about how long we've been sitting here. The podcast might end up being 2 hours. We've been here for days. Look at that.
100 hours. That's the lowest conservative estimate, right?
Yeah, that is the lowest conservative.
100 hours?
That is at least an hour an episode.
That is 4 days, isn't it?
24 hours a day.
That's 4 days.
At least 4 days.
It's at least 4 days.
Yeah.
Of talking. It's probably 5 or 6 days.
No,
The
it's
entire
about
day talking.
Does that horrify you or something?
Do you know how much that is? That's
It's
ridiculous.
crazy.
That's
It's
so much.
cray.
It's a small fraction.
It's cray cray.
And to celebrate that, for our
Just like-
100th Epishow...
To celebrate that dubious achievement.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
You guys were just like moaning and groaning and
We
peeing
were-
about how long it was.
It's just... I am surprised and in awe. I am not unhappy. I'm just surprised and in awe
That you did it for this long?
that it has been over 100 episodes. Almost.
Oh.
So for the 100th Epishow, we have a bunch of very easy things planned for us to either start or just kind of have fun with. So the first thing is that we will pick a day, and for that entire day, we will be devoted to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Podcast stuff. So there will be dueling, we'll be producing random videos will be out. I don't know what kind of podcasting we'll be doing yet. I was thinking some kind of random live stream recording podcast thing where we have like a laptop open or something and then a video of us doing our random behind the scenes stuff. Having that actually work. Since Google now does live streams, YouTube does live streams, there's Twitch, it's become really popular.
It's a thing now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, a couple episodes back, we talked about what it would essentially be a YouTube ruling series,
Yes.
where we go over game mechanics and card rulings, so that there's a place where people can refer to if they get into squabbles on DM,
Yeah.
or just in general.
I was thinking about how I would do it. I was thinking about the card Skill Drain. That's my, like, test card.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think about Missing the Timing a lot. And Spirit Reaper.
Spirit Reaper.
Because it's always so complicated for people. So to get you guys to help us with that, for more ideas on rulings and cards that you don't want us to miss, that you want us to clarify, you can send those suggestions to rulings at YCGPodcast.com. We'll just try to do as much as we can, either on that day or before that day, so we'll have a bunch ready for the 100th episode to kind of talk about, and then do some that day. And then it makes sure that we have as many ideas as possible.
Yeah.
So what else was there? There was the deck idea. The deck
Decks,
profiles.
yes. We thought about also doing essentially like a deck doctor.
Yeah.
Like every 2 weeks, it'd be video format. Take a deck that we thought was the most interesting of ones people had requested a deck doctor kind of deal on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would do a video, essentially with like the starting deck, what we would do to it, changes we'd make, why, our experience, and any kind of testing we had.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably on that video, we'd have people comment with another deck they want.
Mm-hmm.
And we choose again another one that we think is interesting from that, and then make another one 2 weeks later, etc. Continuing in that fashion,
Yep. That way we can kind of help you guys out with your decks. We get a very, very easy place to get visibility on that fixing, so that not only us, but the YouTube community and the YCG podcast community at large can help with it too.
And someone on the forum made I thought it was a reasonable point. It's really an ear sore to have us read an entire deck list to you on the podcast. I don't really want to do that either, because I don't really like reading entire deck lists, because I feel like if I was listening, I would immediately forget every card they just said. It's just like, oh, I heard a deck list, but I don't have any idea what it was about.
It's kind of only important to the person who posted it.
Yeah.
Or someone who has a similar deck, ideally.
And also, it gives us an opportunity to like cheat and get ideas. Hey, look at these sweet ideas. We get to practice with them and find out more cool ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do too. It's a benefit for everyone.
I would like to do another structure deck duel.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really cool. I don't know which ones we should do though, because now it's like really hard to get older decks. I still have the dragon the first Dragon structure deck, Dragon's Roar, whatever
I
it
could
was.
still compile up the bad firewood.
Yeah, we already did that. Now we have to have another one.
Did we upload that?
Yeah.
You were like Wombo mode me.
At the
The
end,
final game.
yeah, where I got like Red Eyes Darkness on the field,
Yeah.
and then I like special summoned something.
You did something like unthinkable to defeat my like ultimate setup.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it was Red Eyes Chick into Red Eyes Darkness Dragon.
Into
then
Red Eyes.
Into Red Eyes. No, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and then that
Red
into
Eyes
Red Eyes
Dark-
Darkness Dragon. And
With
then I
a
had like
bunch of
premature
attack.
burial for
Yeah.
like the other Red Eyes or something. It was
And I had like level limit or something, and you MST'd it probably. I don't
yeah.
know. It
something
was
like that.
my only. Oh, I had Thestalos like equipped with something that made him stronger. I think, right?
Maybe.
Because my Thestalos was like the best monster.
Yeah, it
in my
was like
deck.
the only thing that you could have done was what you did. I
Yeah.
think. So what other decks are there for us to do?
There's also,
that
like-
Spellcaster Burn one.
But no, there's also some other ideas I thought of,
Mhm.
like for deck dueling ideas, where like we're limited to specific card pools,
Mm.
or we make some like really simple pre-built decks. For like we have some pre-built deck that we would have like a
Listeners.
mini tournament for.
We each pick a listener and they try and think of a deck for us to use.
Yeah, and then there's also the one where it's like you can't use any cards that people have heard of, pretty much. You try to build a deck of cards that people don't know what they are in Duel.
Mm.
Dustins.
That's people know what Destins are right now. But like what card was it? There's so many weird cards. They're like good, but nobody cares about.
Like
Kunai with chain, and stuff
Kunai
like
with
that.
Chain, Attack of the Cornered Rats.
Yeah, Attack of the Cornered Rats.
No
Like
one knows.
you could do some Amulet of Ambition deck with Attack of the Cornered Rats.
Mm.
I'm running Jerry Beans Man. Like, why not? Why not? That's cute.
Yep.
Or then we would duel with those decks, and that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
You want to see people running really crazy stuff like that? I would.
Mm-hmm.
I like getting those are like fuel videos, fuel
Yeah.
ideas and inspiration.
Absolutely. How to compress good ideas into a workable but constricted.
Because we're restricted to not running cards that you've heard of, so you can't run any staples essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so interesting.
Fun.
I might run like Victory Viper,
Huh. You'd run Lord British Space
Lord
Fighter.
British Space Fighter. Yes.
Lord British Space Fighter.
And of course you'd run Gladius, because it's bad.
Gladius.
And Gladius' option, don't forget that.
Don't forget my return zombie deck. You'll be
Bad.
defeated.
Back in the bad days, Gladius, you had to manually summon Gladius' option. It didn't like automatically summon it like it did with Blue Thunder.
Yeah. Gradius, you mean?
Gradius, yeah.
Gradius option.
So also, huh?
I'm just imagining someone who didn't know any of those cards. Just they had no idea what was happening. Oh, you couldn't summon Gradius option. I'm like, what?
Hmm.
What is Gradius option?
But we know all the cards.
we know
They're
too
super-
many cards.
They're super obscure.
Yep.
Like maybe I can think of a card that neither of you guys know what it does.
I would.
Yeah, I'm like, I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah.
We know so many. So
I want to say like Soul Eater, but I
Oh.
can't because I know one of you at least.
it's like
A
the
what?
shortest card text ever. Is
Oh,
that-
Ancient
like
Wonder of Mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that card. Like
That's
a soul.
that card freaked me out whenever it was
like a fish in a bowl, right?
No, the Soul Eater isn't the fish. If you use it in a game, it has that massive card art. We talked about it once.
Oh, is it
before.
like a tentacle?
Yeah, this weird. The bowl is a creature. It's in a
yeah.
bowl that is a creature. It's like the
Yeah.
first Fishborg monster. pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's right.
Gods.
That's
Causes terrifying.
right.
Like if you ever attacked within the game, I was like, oh. You mentioned it once forever
Horrifying.
ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Soul Eater's such a horrifying card.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And we even talked about it a lot, too. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
But I think that's it.
Oh my
There it is.
Oh, yeah. That.
God, oh my god.
Pretty disgusting.
What a freak. What is that? Is that a soul?
That's the fish.
No, the fish,
Oh, the fish
up
is
there.
in its head. Yeah, it's the souls
it's
that
like
it's
a soul
absorbed.
sack.
God, oh my god.
Gross. It's what they based,
Freaky.
The Reaper versions of the Rachnion. That's what they did.
What?
Yep, exactly. That's what they did. Print it. Okay, so also, if we get at least 100 followers on our Twitter, at least one of those people will get a prize.
Yes.
And hopefully a cool prize.
Yeah, we're trying to mock up some prizes as well, some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Tokens, cards, stickers, things like that.
Yep. Same thing for Facebook. Because, it has to be 100. I mean, for every multiple of 100, I will promise not only will one other person get a prize, but the prize will magnify times 100.
Whoa.
Not in quantity, but in quality.
Oh.
Quality.
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 Stop it.
Razor blades. Do you know if you say raise lights, you sound like you're saying razor blades with an accent?
Raise the lights.
Yeah, razor blades.
Oh my god. Raise the lights.
Just raise up lights.
Go over there. Raise the lights.
Those lights are too dark. Raise up lights. Okay, sorry.
right.
Sorry about
That
that.
was amusing. You don't have to be
But so that's pretty much the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
No comments on the iTunes today.
Okay.
So that's official end.
Good. So yeah,
Right
if you
here.
guys have any suggestions about the 100th Epishow, then definitely leave them on the podcast page under this podcast on our website, YCGPodcast.com.
Visit there. Articles every week. We got a forum. We got lots of things. Check it out. Comment there. Leave your decks for our other listeners to talk about, our ideas to talk about anything. Always looking for more people to join the forums.
Absolutely. And when you hear this episode, you will be able to submit your deck for the 100th Epishow, like deck doctoring. We might do a couple. Depends on how much time we have. We have a lot of stuff planned, so I will at least have one. And you'll find out how to do that once you listen to this podcast and go to the website. The instructions will be there. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening to
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Podcast. I'm Kyle Oliver.
I'm Justin Bell.
and we will see you guys next week.
And he's Matt Carter.
Matt is a ghost.
I am a ghost.